Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land to the newest session of the Tal'Dorei campaign. You may notice this is not the Hey Hey Tal'Dorei campaign. This is the not OG, the original for this community Tal'Dorei campaign. Before we jump right into the action, we have a few short announcements to make as per usual. First one is open slots. We have a Wednesday game that is starting at 12 p.m. EST. This week is session 0. We have 4 players who are already in on the action for this, so if you are interested in joining any of our games and choosing exactly what it is we're playing, the only thing we're locked into right now is Odyssey of the Dragon Lords, which was a cool Kickstarter thing where they did not balance any of the character classes, but hey, we're gonna have fun with it. They want to do it. We're doing it. Yay. So yeah, if you are interested in joining in on the fun, all you have to do is reach out and let me know. We are a pay-to-play community, so please keep that in mind as well. Additionally, if you want to support what we do here on the channel, you can always join our Patreon as a player or just as a, fan of some of the games that we play, or you can just simply go over to any of our medias and follow me over there. It is very tremendous whenever we get a new follow coming in. I'm very excited. Whenever we get comments on YouTube videos, I also get very excited. So if you do want to drop us a follow in any of those locations, please consider doing so. Additionally, if anybody has a Twitch account, you can always go over to, an Amazon account, Amazon Prime, you can always go over to twitch.tv/GeroForUsAll and drop that Prime subscription. It is free for you. All you have to do is link your account, and you get to take money out of Benzo's pocket and give it to me. I think I said his name right. I really don't care about him as a human being. So, the last thing we have to talk about is that little banner we have at the bottom of the screen. TPK Kickstarter. They killed their first 3 milestones, which means we're getting 2 mini PDFs sent out to us if you are already one of their little Kickstarter aficionados. But if you want anything else accessible to them, go over and get on that Kickstarter. They release a bestiary that I use very frequently in this game in particular. And a few of my other ones as well, for high-level gameplay that gives you many different creatures and monsters that can still keep your players guessing. Now, if you are a hostile DM, they can kill your players too, so I mean, hey, you got that going for you. But they do balance it very well and give you in-depth descriptions of what you should be utilizing these for and against specific party compositions. I think it's fantastic. I use the book all the time, and the second one I am very excited about. Additionally, as something I just found out about, anybody who's on their Patreon gets invited into their playtest for all of their books. It's a raffle drawing, but at the same time, that's pretty fucking awesome. You get to playtest the product early in some one-shots by them. So if you are interested in that, please click on the link down below and enjoy yourself. But that is the last of my rambling right now. So, Conoroth, why don't you tell us what happened last session?
Last session, we started making our way towards this Temple of Evil, to put it lightly. After arriving there, we, as a party, had to all make wisdom saves. Where all but only 2 of us passed. The rest of us failed, with the only 2 passing being Ilaran and Sir Uric, if I remember correctly. On the way there, we all started to get notions of greed as we started entering the temple. As we progressed in there, I decided to use one of my abilities to check the past of this temple, where we found that this temple has been the site of many battles and bloodshed of people trying to dive in and charge into this temple. And we saw the beginning of this temple, which turned out to be a very ancient bone-riddled creature as it laid down and unhinged its jaw to make the entrance into this temple. Unfortunately, our own greed decided to make us go into this temple, where, after some less than successful saves, we started to loot the temple until we found items that satisfied us. Some of us found it right away, others took a bit longer. And towards the very end of the session, we saw it was Sir Uric and Alarn who saw, I believe it was a half-orc laying farther down in the temple, and they started walking towards us when they spotted us. Crawling. Sir Yurik decided in a stroke of brilliance to cast deafness on it, and after learning that this temple was whispering when he activated his helmet. And that is where we stopped with the half-orcs asking who the hell we were.
So, as Dorzin is over by the wall tinkering with what artifact did you find again? A single coin.
It's I believe it was called a bronze coin or something. Brass coin? Question mark is
The
what
brass coin. Okay. And Prissa still tinkering with her little puzzle box. Conaroth still appreciating his blade. The half-orc is looking, since Sir Yurik is not here, at you, Alarn. The hell are you?
I'm guessing Sir Yurik would have told Alarn what he did. So Alarn will take a stick or something and just write on the ground if it's somewhat loose enough to write on. And
The ground is riddled with gold and with coins everywhere.
Let's see. Then he will. He'll take a dagger and tear into the wall, just ripping out letters.
Right. You start trying to chip away at the wall, but the wall does not maneuver at all.
Okay, that didn't help.
You see the orc kind of like lean against the wall and roll over, like grabbing a random weapon and just keeping it at his side while looking at you, and you do notice his legs are broken.
I'll just Alarm will just hold out a finger, like, wait a second, and mouth that as well, and feline agility to run over to Prissa or Jimmy to get something to write with and or on.
Okay. Jimmy, you're a little preoccupied with an object right now as well. What is it?
You got the shield.
Yeah, I believe it was the shield.
So, Alarn, you run over to Jimmy.
Yeah, I'll just grab something to write with. I'm guessing he's too preoccupied to even notice, and go back and write down.
As Jimmy usually is too preoccupied to notice anything, yes.
Yeah, and at this point he could be hit with his own gun and not notice. So yeah, Alarm will run back and write down, here to help, and just point at his face with the blood markings.
He looks at you very confused. You're down here. Who the fuck's outside? And he's shouting this very loudly, as he can't hear shit. I'm just not shouting very loudly.
Yeah. I'll write down.
Are you with the 2nd platoon?
Okay, so he's not a native. We'll just write down pirate ? And show it to him.
Well, that's an offensive term.
Well, we're not here to help them, Sir Yurik. What should we do?
Sir Yurik looks at you. I'm not terribly sure. How long does the blindness, deafness last?
A minute.
Okay, at this point it probably ends. And the guy just looks around and goes, wait a second. Oh shit, okay, cool, I can hear again. That's great. Wait, you talking shit? Sir Yurik looks at you and goes, well, at least that seemed to help for a period of time.
Are you yourself at this moment?
You look at Yurik and say that?
No, at the pirate.
Pirate looks at you. The fuck's that supposed to mean? Who would I be?
Well, it seems this place has had an unfortunate effect on our compatriots. and you
Yeah.
were under its effect as well.
Yeah, so I heard. Listen. We can split the loot, alright? Right down the middle. You get 40, I get 60.
Well, are you one of those who has taken the natives of this place?
I didn't take anybody.
No prisoners to lead you to this place then.
Oh, why would I do that?
Well, then it appears you are not our enemy at this moment.
Great.
Hmm.
One of you help me with my fucking legs.
Yes, I can do that. Sir Yorick, why don't you go do that on our compatriots as well? Perhaps it will clear their minds.
He looks at you. Well, we can try, I guess. Wait a second. He has silence prepared.
Was that for the one shot though?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
He didn't fix the sheet.
He never cast it, so
I remember him saying last session that he didn't prepare it.
Yeah,
So his list is fucked right now. I'm gonna give him lesser
if he's
restoration.
got
instead of that.
fireballs and what was the other one? Banishment.
Well, I
That
mean,
swarm of insects for the one shot.
He had blindness, deafness. We know that much.
yeah, that one
know
he
that.
had before. I'm just giving him like more supporty spells and fireballs.
Well, he has to have fireball. That's like
Yeah, that's
mandatory.
always prepared for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, whatever. He looks at you and goes, "I don't think it'll be terribly useful, though. Always worth a shot."
Well,
He's gonna
this one
cast it
seem-
at 4th level, targeting all 3 of you.
Okay.
Wait, there's 4 of you stunned. He's gonna cast it at 4th level. Not targeting Prissa. So you 3 make con saves.
God damn.
Had to be something I'm good at. Yes.
Hey! You should know by now. You always roll shit.
Hey!
You should have seen Prissa
Wow.
during the one shot.
Yeah.
He would have asked you,
giving you
Alarin,
luck.
not to stand too close to them.
Oh yeah.
So
Ilarin
minus
would,
4.
Ilarin would temporarily exclude them from the aura as well.
Yeah, that one I made is without the aura.
Okay. Conoroth, you're still affected by this. However, Dorzan and Jimmy, immediately after he casts this on you, your mind clarifies and you realize that you've been possessed by greed. But you're deaf right now.
What did
What?
you do that for?
Why am I staring at a coin?
Hello? My voice.
I think
Why do
we
I
should
have
take advantage
1,000
of this.
platinum in my inventory?
I think we should fuck with them a little bit, Alarin. Just for a minute or two.
I do not really see the point, but
Alright, I'm gonna drop it. Just don't say anything. Just move your mouth.
fair enough.
He drops the spell.
What?
I can hear you. Wait, I can hear
Wait,
myself.
what?
I'm sorry, guys. Yes, apparently this cavern made you all hear these whispers that I'm hearing much more clearly. Greed, and well, turns out that when I turn this off, you turn off your hearing, you can hear again. And think again.
Okay, but why was I holding a coin though?
Oh, you know why you were holding it. You
Because I
loved.
wanted it.
You wanted that coin and you loved it. Now you're like, it is a nice coin. And by the way, the coin you're holding is small by comparison. This thing's like 3 inches long.
Oh, so it's like a disc. It's like a CD.
It's a coin still, but yeah.
Wait, if so you deafened us so we couldn't hear the voice, but I like throw the shield to the side. Why is Canaroth and Prissa still holding their things?
'Cause I tried getting Conaroth to hear, or to stop hearing, but he seemed to really like his sword. He's a lot tougher of mind than I would have anticipated. I figured you might have something to help us here, Jimmy.
Well, I mean, I can't deafen them that way. But I mean, I take my gun out. I have other ways of deafening people.
Sir Yorick looks at you, Alarin.
Give us all tinnitus.
I'm like I'm making eye contact with Yorick. I haven't stopped yet.
And Yorick's looking at Alarin. Since he's NPC, he's not making choices right now.
Yep.
Alarin, get used to this. He will not make choices.
Alarm will just look at the half orc and you better cover your ears.
Over my
Ears. Only ears will do.
I kind of slowly shrug my shoulders and I look over at Prissa and Canaroth and I run up between them and I cast Jam.
Which is
the equivalent of, I believe, Thunderwave.
Okay. It caused a ringing in everybody in the chamber's ears. Everybody give me a con save.
Advantage
Excluding
if
you, Jimmy. Oh, no, covering your ears doesn't help with this shit.
Fair enough.
I mean, the thunder goes out 600 feet, so...
Yes, yeah, but Jimmy, you're immune to this effect by now. You already have tinnitus. And Prissa.
Is his name Archer now?
I mean, you can save against the damage, but you can't stop that sound.
No. As soon as the sound rings outwards, everybody else, you kind of kind of take it, and it's pretty bad, but Prissa is like rolling on the ground going, ah! Just holding onto her ears, screaming.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna reach into my bag, pull out a syringe, and try pressing it into one of Prissa's flailing body parts.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm casting a Cure Wounds on her.
Oh, okay. So you cast the Cure Wounds, and she like shoots up and goes, "What the hell, Jimmy? Ow!
Can you hear me?
Mop!
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Ow!
I'm gonna point to the item she's holding and like point to the
she dropped
ground.
it. She's covering her ears now. Just ah!
Perfect.
Ah! And she's going to keep mopping for like the next hour.
This happens to Canaroth as well, then?
Conaroth, you didn't fail.
No, I didn't.
No. So you
No.
only take half damage, but you still have the ringing. Like the sound doesn't cease.
Yeah, the con save was more for the ringing. I thought you were being conscientious enough not to hit them with it.
Oh, I'm hitting them with it. They're getting
okay.
as close as possible. They're in that 15 foot. That's why I said I'm getting between Canaroth and Prissa.
Oh, okay. Then Conaroth, I need another con save to see if you go deaf. Is that your DC?
What
16?
I
That's what's
have,
the
yep,
thing.
I have a 16, so you made it.
Yeah. So you can still hear fine. And after taking the damage, like, you kind of like move away and just keep cradling your weapon. Ow! Oh, that was very loud.
He's a bit
Yes.
tougher. I don't think it worked. No, it
Perhaps
didn't
you have
work.
some beeswax or something you can just shove in his ears. Perhaps that will do.
I think the sound's already there, though. I mean, I got some glue, but that's not really what it's for. I haven't tested it medically on people, so I wouldn't want to do it. Do we have anything else? I mean, I can shoot him again, but it looks like he's watching me now.
Conoroth, you are on the verge of attacking Jimmy.
I'm like holstering the gun slowly and just put my hands up.
For now, I'll try to help this new acquaintance of ours. And we'll see. Perhaps Yorick can do another shot with his, but I'll help this one for now. And how broken are his legs?
Shattered. He landed on them.
Okay, so nothing I can really do for him.
He would need something stronger than healing.
Yeah.
Maybe some glue.
I mean, Jimmy's proven he knows what to do, apparently.
All right. We can laugh all we want, but I have a thing called Jimmy's glue on my sheet, so let's just... it's there. You don't want to know what it does.
Thank you for the follow, Killing. Appreciate it.
Well, I really am sorry, but there is not much I can do about your legs.
Yeah. Give me a stick or something. I think I can, walk a bit. Oh, fuck. And he,
Jimmy, perhaps you could make him some quick splints. Nothing as elaborate as the one you did for our other friend, but just so he can move around at least. And
do we have any sticks around here? I see a lot of treasure and
there's a lot of walking sticks, in fact. Lots of them. A lot of people who venture through the jungle use sticks to keep their footing.
All right, I walk over and I grab one of the sticks and just make a little makeshift crutch. It's both legs though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a crutch isn't gonna do anything. We'd have to carry him. Alarin, with both legs, that's not exactly going to work. We need a way of moving him around.
Oh, you have a nice horse over there. Dore's in roll history.
Ashen...
oh,
Nothing. You look at the individual suspiciously, but I mean, he's a half-orc.
For now, then, there is not much we can do. But if we do find a way out, we will be sure to help you out as well.
Yeah, that sounds great. Oh, and he just leans against the wall, rolling over, and goes, "Oh, that hurts. That hurts. All right. Okay."
Alana's just gonna try and leave him there, go to Conroth, and just hold over his ears to see if that does anything.
Conoroth, he's trying to take your sword.
Oh lord.
No, I'm not.
That's not what the voices are telling him.
Bastards.
Back off, cat, before I skin you.
This is not you, Conrad. Why would you do that? Only trying to help you.
He has a sword. The sword is in his hand, pointed towards Alarin. I said, back off.
Very well. Sir Yorick, perhaps give it another shot. I don't like asking you for this much of your resources, but...
Lauren, I'd be careful. I had a dream about something like this, and it did not end well for everybody.
Sure, I'll give it another shot. And he casts blindness, deafness on you.
All right.
Can I use... No, I can't use... No, it's a save. Never mind.
Con save?
Yep.
God damn it.
No luck.
What do you need to roll poorly and you aren't?
Yeah.
You are way too fortified for this shit. I don't.
No worries. But I do not want to leave him like this. That sword does not seem of the good kind.
Right, it seems like a sword. He also did not have Dispel Magic picked. He had Beacon of Hope. I'm still getting his spell situated.
He used Dispel Magic to try the first time. It didn't work.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
You did.
Somebody did.
Yeah, it was him.
Okay.
Okay, so he did not have Beacon of Hope. Well, I mean, we may be able to find what's causing this to happen more appropriately and solve that.
Yeah, it does appear to be our best option at this point. Come on, Kanaroth. We'll see if we can find more treasure for you.
I'll nod.
You are very suspicious of Alarin. He's the only one who's tried approaching you. But treasure does sound good. You are still greedy, just not immersed in greed.
I mean,
Or enveloped, that's the word.
Jimmy almost blew your ears out, but that's normal for him. He's trustworthy.
Jimmy is
Probably
acting how you know Jimmy acts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, you all begin moving around, leaving the half-work there.
Yeah, I'll leave one of my water skins and some rations with him.
Takes it and smiles at you with a very, like, sharp stare. Just, yeah.
I'm sure when we come back out, we can help you out, mister, but we got to figure out what's causing this.
Yeah. I'd rather stay here then. It's no problem. I can start organizing the coins. And he starts stacking coins right next to him.
Are you able to make any loud noise if you see something?
I know how to yell.
Yell?
I've been
Okay.
down here for 2 weeks and I haven't seen anything dangerous. Other than those people. He points at the dead bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed those before. Ugh. All right. Well, do you have something to protect yourself too? Does he have like?
He
a
pulls
weapon?
up, like, he reaches into the pile and pulls out a glaive and just, like, holds it.
Yeah, that'll do it. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Hopefully, it won't be too long.
Nope, hopefully not. So, you all walk further past him where you do notice that this narrow, and I say narrow, it's really like 60 feet across, gap in the area starts leading further and like arching downwards at a slope. And as you are going into that slope, it does broaden outwards into a much larger room as well. You continue walking forward, and you notice the very thick, lined exterior of the walls slowly fade from an outwards protrusion into a very smooth and tight section. As you kind of like walk down that slope, most of you are like sliding a little bit over the treasure, and you look around in here, and you do notice there's about 30 or so skeletons. All lying there on the ground, all of them in different stages of manipulation, brokenness. Some of them have shattered skulls, some of them have shattered arms. Almost every single one seems to have an artifact within the reaches of their hands.
Well, the pirate was right about one thing. This certainly is a treasure trove.
Ganaroth, that's gonna be you, buddy.
I doubt it.
I'm pretty confident. I mean, just look at what they had.
You're confident about a lot of things. And a lot of them end up being wrong.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure about this one. Suit yourself.
You've now entered into this much larger section of this cavern. What would you all like to do?
I'm just gonna cast the detect magic and keep that up for 10 minutes to.
Give me a con save.
Oh shit! It's that much magic here. Okay. 30.
You manage to clear your mind as the bright shining of everything around you pulses. Everything around you pulses.
Touch nothing but the lamp.
Even the individual coins.
I mean, you can't really tell specifically, but there's glows coming from everything. In all directions. All different manners, schools, practices, everything.
Even Dorzen's disc.
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy, this would appear to be heaven for you. Everything is magic.
Oh. We don't have maybe
Quick,
maybe
look
we
for
have
bags
some
of holding.
time. I mean, that one looks really interesting.
Would you like to investigate, Jimmy?
Jimmy's looking at whatever he thinks is the most interesting thing in the room.
Investigate.
Sure.
Just try not to touch anything evil-looking, yes? Like that sort.
No, that's what the actuator's for. I don't have to touch it.
You say that to Jimmy. Items aren't evil. You know this.
Yeah, he knows this. Everybody knows this.
But that's why I said that's why I tried to say try not to touch anything evil looking.
17, Jera.
17. Something that looks interesting to Jimmy.
I mean, everything's magical. What would be an interesting item that's magical? That's like not typical. We've seen
Orb of Destruction.
Actually, you do notice something that is kind of unique. It is a large flask that is crystal in nature, has no liquids inside of it, and comes down to a sharp point at the end. The flask is tied off with a silver thread, just in a nice, neat bow at the top of it, and the cork seems to be made out of some red gem.
All right, we can keep going. Ouch, go get that flask real quick.
Ouch. Ting, 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 ting. Shink. Scoops it up.
And I'll keep following.
Okay.
So Dorsen's inner pirate senses tingling. Can I look for something to... Can I look while we're walking? Can I
They
look
didn't
for...
even have to fail. Go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
No, I mean, this is...
Dorsen knows he can only carry so much. He's gonna look for any magic thing that he knows of two. He's gonna look. He knows of the haversack and the bag of holding. He's gonna look for one of those so he can get more stuff that he can sort through later.
Roll an investigation.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Point one.
You do not see any bags of holding because I'm not giving you an infinite wealth.
No, that's a portable hole.
No. Instead, what you do see is something that you could potentially utilize right now. There is a saddle down here. A large saddle that is meant for carrying very heavy loads on top of presumably a packing mule or something strong like that. It has about 4 large sacks attached to it on all 4 sides. Currently filled to the brim already with random effects.
Hey, anyone want to help me with this saddle?
We're not supposed to touch anything, Dorzen. Lauren
Anything
said.
evil looking.
Oh, sure, Dorzen, I'll help you. And Krista comes over.
Tiny little gnome's gonna help lift this on.
But you have to take off your other saddle to do it.
Yep.
I thought you said don't touch anything.
Well, nothing evil looking. It does not
I'm gonna
appear to
mark
be
this
evil.
as saddle
What does
force.
that even mean?
It does not have spikes and bloody marks like that sort.
Chris is holding up your saddle now and goes, what do we do with this, Dorson?
Jimmy, can I borrow your bag?
I'm not touching it. Yeah.
We'll put the saddle of the cavalier into Jimmy's bag of holding.
Jimmy has a bag of holding?
Yep.
Alarin has a wait.
No, Jimmy has the bag of holding.
Yeah, Alarin has a haversack.
You
Jimmy
could
has
have gotten so much more clay, man.
I.
Only 500 pounds worth at most.
Yeah.
The thing is, I needed something to put the clay into, so it wasn't like I wasn't just gonna dump it in the bag. No.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty, yeah. You open up the bag and you kind of like finagle and like stretch and like push it and heave it in there. But Dorzen, you are currently carrying 500 pounds worth of wealth.
Screw it. Alarin is gonna look around for anything bearing
I'm
the
over
symbol of the
capacity now.
Changebringer.
Anything for the Changebringer?
Yeah, if there's anything with bearing the mark of the Changebringer in here.
Roll an investigation with advantage because you have your detect magic up. Anything that would have her mark would probably be magical.
17.
Okay. Nothing. Nothing with her mark in here.
Kenroth probably would look around, but still focusing mostly on his sword.
No, you wouldn't.
No?
No. You have the greatest treasure of all. You need to find something better than this. And that's it. But you'll notice it when you see it.
Well, what's this deck of cards? If there was a place that would drop that on us, it'd be here.
That
Hey,
is fair.
I told
Who
you
wa-
I would not give you that deck of cards. I would not. I'm not that.
Who
I'm
wants
not
to play
that-
21 pickup?
Oh God!
But anyway, as you are looking around for things and trinkets to keep, Alarin, you do kind of notice that sifting through some of the large piles, you start noticing some of the coins are partially melted down underneath the utmost layer that you currently are standing on.
Yeah, Jimmy, come over here for a minute. Do you know what could have caused this? Would it be heat or acid, perhaps?
Can I just do a quick nature check?
Sure.
Heat or acid? What are we looking at? Boom.
Acid. Those are acid burns.
Definitely a acidic mark.
Not super acidic, considering the coins are taking a long time to, deteriorate.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of acid is around here, and I just kind of like look up. No, nothing.
Quick flashback. Did Canrod say that what he saw in his vision, that this temple was some kind of being?
I did.
That was before the madness.
Or the madness.
So, I have a question, Canaroth. Are you gonna be okay fighting? Like, if we do have to fight, like you seem awful focused on the sword. Like, if there's something hostile in here, I mean, you're still good to throw down, right?
Yes.
Of course, they want to take his sword.
Conoroth, that immediately sparks an anger in you.
Okay, yeah, he can fight, definitely.
Yes. Well, let us carry on. Let's see if we can find the source of this madness.
So, as you all are moving around, Alarin... Wait. Who has the bullshit passive? Dorzen! Dorzen has the bullshit passive, yeah.
22.
I apologize. Dorzen, you kind of notice, like, where Alarin and Jimmy are standing is, like, slightly shifting into that direction. So you just grab both of them and move them easily. And you notice, like, a large slope of this treasure just starts falling down. Disturbed by their footsteps.
Are we about to meet Smog?
Thank you, Dorsen.
You do hear very loud ding 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 as hundreds and hundreds of coins are descending and falling down there.
Jackpot.
Did you touch something, Alarin?
No,
So,
I touched some stuff, but I did not take anything.
there's something swimming in the coins. Which is very impressive, because it's just not a liquid, it's a solid.
I don't think that was it. Maybe somebody just like moved something. Which way are we going? Are there any other doors in this room that we can see, or?
No, you seem to be at the back wall of this area. However, the piles of riches are still descending into that little area, just falling and cascading in. It's not like they're all being sucked into it. It's just like a natural progression of gravity. It's not like speedy or anything. It's just happening. It's not something terribly pressing.
I mean, that should have stopped by now. If it was just being knocked over. Why is it still going?
Does it look like the hole is slowly expanding or anything like that?
It was, but it seems to have reached its apex about 10.5 feet across. And it's over towards, like, the very back of this chamber.
How tall is the room, Jero?
How tall?
Yeah.
I'd say about 30 feet up.
Okay.
The room's very large.
I mean, how are we gonna find out whatever's creating voices if this is like all that's in the temple?
Well, that is the way down.
I mean, could send ouch, I guess, and see if there is something.
What about Dr. Professor, the Captain Yorick?
He's gone right now. It would take me a few minutes to get him back. I could do it, but we need to take a while. Also, I'm gonna go AFK for like just 30 seconds, guys. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
So
We're in the money. We're in the money.
yeah. If we're nixing Prissa's familiar, which is obviously the smart way to go because we can like see and experience things.
He also has that arcane eye spell, if I remember right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There is that too, which would be much safer. But if we're not going on the safe side, there's always Jimmy's plans.
Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, basically we have a room full of treasure and magical items around us at the moment.
And Dorzen has an entire pack mule sack full of it.
Yeah, 500 pounds worth.
Yeah.
There's something with an acidic nature to it that's been in this room.
Yeah, what I'm
Sorry about
thinking. is that this thing is not completely dead and is consuming everything inside it.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
So
I got an idea. I don't know. I don't think it'll work, but it's an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is welcome.
If this thing is technically alive, it should be able to take damage.
Well, it is an evil thing. Hammer away.
Alright.
you're
Thorson is going to attempt to smash a wall.
Okay, roll to hit.
Jimmy!
Well, god damn it.
what are you?
Ding,
Uh,
right off the side.
Wait, he's a halfling. Do I reroll once?
Am I within 30 feet of you? And Jimmy
Sure.
was just kind of like, what is happening? But yeah, go ahead, roll it. I'm just confused.
21.
21. You grab the Pyramaw, stretching backwards and slamming against this wall, but it kind of like glances off the side, not grabbing any bearing against it. 21 misses.
21 misses a stationary wall.
Yeah. So are we stuck here?
Well, we cannot go back the way we came. That is closed. It appears the only way is downwards.
Down, but he's attacking the wall, which is not dead.
It didn't hurt it. And I
Yeah.
apparently missed.
You had a very good swing, but it did not seem to affect the wall.
From an artifact of creating things, that's very bad.
Roach, can you Roach, ouch. Can you
That's a different character. Yeah, that guy's name's Benji.
can you go over there and start digging through? Just move that stuff out of the way if you can. I'm
Where?
gonna have
Towards the hole?
Ouch go where we saw the divot.
Okay. Ouch approaches over towards it and starts digging through the area. Have Ouch give me a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
Okay.
Does that work? Oh yeah, it does. 21.
Hey. As it is digging through, you do hear a very loud tss.
Technically, that's a 25, but yeah. He's got +4 to all of his proficiencies and saving throws. because of
Alrighty.
my proficiency.
You hear a very loud tss growing out of that. And as that happens, he does suffer 2 points of acid damage. That's after the half.
Come back here, buddy.
Just like tink tink, and you see like the metallic claws have like corroded slightly.
Okay. That doesn't look too good. I'm just gonna cast Mending on him, get him fixed up. There's definitely some acid emanating from this area over here. I do want to see if it goes down, though. Or do we want to try breaking through the wall again? Either way.
So we got eaten and are now in its stomach. This will take us to the shitter.
Well, we do not know if this is the stomach yet.
Wait, we're eating?
Well, we entered into its mouth.
I got swallowed.
Its mouth? When did we go into its mouth?
The
When we
entrance.
opened the door.
Yes.
That looked like a temple to me.
Well, based on what Kenara told us before the greed took him, that was the creature's mouth.
Okay. 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 So we don't know where we're going, but we're trying to get out. We can just go back the way we... Oh, wait, no. Then we fell.
Yes, and it closed above us.
Okay, so there's acid that way. That's probably bad. We can try the wall. Wall? I reach down to my side and pull out a device and light a fuse. And I'm going to throw...
Did you just like dynamite?
I lit a bomb. I'm going to throw an echo bomb at a clear wall that's got nobody by it.
All right, so you first tell people, get away from that wall. Or
Yeah.
maybe not. But go ahead, roll it for me.
Okay, we're gonna try to get through the wall. Well, let's try that wall then. Stand back. Here we go. Throwing that for 20 points of thunder damage, and this is shatter, so it's what?
Okay.
Advantage on structures.
Yeah, disadvantage saving throws for structures.
Okay.
Or yeah, whatever.
Well, inorganic material like metal, rock, crystal,
Okay.
stuff like.
You all hear the very loud, resonating explosion that echoes through this chamber once again. It's fucking loud as hell, and that's 20 points. However, when you look over at the wall itself, the wall seems unperturbed by this.
But I need to make a save from that.
I'd say he put you guys far enough away. It's like when it's right next to your fucking ear, it hurts. But you're a good ways away. However, you do hear the shattering of many, 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 many objects over in that location.
Wall seems okay though.
Wall seems slightly charred.
Okay. Oh.
We're going to have to go through the sphincter, aren't we?
Well, based on the size of its head, if that is all it is, I do not think we are in the stomach yet.
Well, seeing as we're not going back, is our friend likely going to be left to his own devices?
Good question.
Maybe.
Actually, I don't think Prissa has any more casting materials for Find Familiar. She doesn't have it on her
it costs
sheet.
incense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it costs like 10 GP worth of incense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Oh.
she's not casting it.
Does she have the arcane eye prepared?
She had it last time.
Someone did.
Yeah, she used it last session.
She does. So yeah, seeing as she can't do that, she'll go, well, we have a couple of solutions. I can make an arcane eye and look down there, and as for the person upstairs, we can turn him into like a different creature, rarely. But you know, that's gonna be pretty exhausting for me. I mean, I would offer to like make a steed, but I don't think he can ride one. Kinda need legs for that, right?
Well, sort of. But for now, let us start with scouting out where we might need to go.
Alright.
Does Arcane Eye require concentration?
Good question. Yes.
It does? Okay. Why don't we, if you can, Krista, try to use that to see what's underneath all this stuff? It's kind of, if you can squeeze it in there somehow.
I think I can, I don't know. Can she?
I think it can go in a space as long as it's not, like, solid.
1 inch in diameter.
Yeah.
But it has to be, like 1 inch. So it can move down that hole, but it can't like go through the pile of gold because
It'd have to go with the section of gold going down.
Okay.
But she'll totally do it.
Yeah, it's too important to know what's down there before going down. This place is a lot.
Yeah.
So she pops her eye, and the arcane eye comes folding out, and she kind of just throws it down, and it goes down the hole. All right, well, it's kind of a winding tunnel of sorts. A few patches of these golds and things and other things. Goes on for a while. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. And this continues for like a good minute, 2 minutes of her doing this.
No, it's the small intestine.
Yeah, maybe this is the stomach after all.
Oh, hey, these tunnels are bigger.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, that's bad. Hey, everyone. What does it mean when there's a large skull thing with, like, red eyes on a table?
A red skull thing with red eyes on a table?
Yes. Religion checks.
Yeah.
I don't have proficiency in that. But can I still do it?
Yeah.
Would Canaroth do it at all?
Sure.
19.
20.
Such a new convert, Doors endowed himself into learning about religion.
Yeah.
What's Sir Yurk get?
Sir Yurik isn't rolling, he's NPC right now.
Fair enough.
One person who would have so much points in religion.
So, thinking about the description, it doesn't really match terribly much of that of which you would really understand. However, Conaroth, considering your background, you would understand that that is a guise possibly towards one of the betrayer gods. More in particular, the Ruiner.
If I'm able to, I would say that to the party.
If you want to.
I'll say it to the party.
Alrighty.
Did we read anything about the Ruiner in the Raven Queen's loft?
He was never mentioned.
Interesting.
And that's one of the bad ones?
Yes.
Huh.
I mean, Jimmy, with a name like that, he could fuck up all your inventions. He ruins things.
Conaroth, roll me a d3 to figure out which set of his commandments you understand.
I got a 3.
There are no emotions but fury and joy. The rest are weakness.
Thank you, Sith Lords.
No emotions.
But
Other.
fury and joy. The rest are weakness.
So to get a better idea, Jero, where this eye went down, it was actually a hole that had already opened up, or is this like a hole beneath the...
No, it's a hole that you all cause things to fall into by disturbing the area. Luckily, Dorzen saw it happening well before you guys would have fallen into it, because that would have been fun.
Gotcha. It's
yeah.
currently
It's
opened
also
up.
secreting acid, apparently.
Would it be big enough for us to fit down into it, doors included?
It would be big enough for all of you to fit down. It's about a 10-foot gap.
Okay.
However, getting down there safely is going to be something else. Prissa would have also told you that there is some of that like thick yellowy acid around the area where everything else fell. So like all over the lining of this hole.
Anyone have an antacid?
A Pepto-Bismol gets you right out.
So are we the upset stomach or the diarrhea?
Definitely the diarrhea. Now you guys are literally the shits.
Yep. With one big turtling in the middle.
This might not be a great time to test it, but this might be the perfect time to test it. Doors in, do you want to help me out? And I pull out this kind of looks like a metal rectangular box with these 2 cylinders on the bottom of it. It's got a couple of weird straps as well. This is something I think we can use to get through this a little safer. I've tried it before. This isn't like brand new. I wouldn't do that. But you're large. You're very large, and I think we might need to see if this can hold you up. Can you put this on?
Are you giving Dorson a jetpack?
I'm giving Dorson a jetpack.
As much, I will agree with this in terms of the count for the fly spell. That's awesome. Unfortunately, Dorson's back is a rectangle outward. It would burn my.
Only your horse.
Burn my.
Oh, yeah.
It would literally burn my ass.
Well,
but in terms of magic, I think we can fly with this.
Yeah, it doesn't work on thermodynamics. It is a magical backpack that creates actually puffs of smoke. There's no heat emanating from it.
Make me a flying horse, man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put this around here. No, your arm. Okay, that's fine.
Horse half is now Pegasus.
Yeah, just hold on, and then you see that button up there? Don't touch that button. Pull the lever. And there's a little strap.
But the lever's over here.
Yep.
Why?
You pull it, and you start watching as little puffs spurt out. Like, not really regular at first, but then they start sporadically coming out faster and faster, and then there's like kind of this little mist of cloud coming around Dorson. It's like shooting down the front of your body, and you just feel yourself kick up, and it's almost like you're moonwalking, but not moonwalking, moon jumping, and you're like in the air, and you're flying, and it's great. And that is Puffpack. Level 3, 10 minutes. Let's get down there, Dorson.
I grab Jimmy and Prissa and put them on my back.
Alrighty. You descend down for about 20 feet or so, and you easily can land down there. Now, Sir Yurik kind of like walks close and goes, can you pick us up too?
We'll be right back.
I drop the 2 short people outside the acid, and I try to go up the cloud of coin without choking myself.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to grab everyone back and forth as a taxi for the next 10 minutes?
Yeah. You can get everybody down to that first level, no problem within the 10 minutes. And you still, like, it probably only takes you, like, 5 minutes to do so. Conaroth is kind of, like, not happy about it, but okay.
Better than getting
What'd you
boiled
say?
in
You're
acid.
muted.
Oh, sorry. You're not trying to take my sword. That's what matters.
Yeah. Most important thing. But after you all land on that first area, you do notice the tunnel does like curve and stretch and go down and curve and continues in the same way that Prissa iterated to all of you. She goes, okay, it's kind of this way. And she starts walking.
Oh, speaking of that, how long has it been since I first grabbed my sword?
Probably like, I'd say half an hour or so. You guys haven't really stopped yet, so.
He's wondering if he's attuned to it.
Not yet, not yet.
Just had to double check.
Yeah.
I guess I guess we should all keep in track for the people. Actually, no, it's just you and Dorzen who has kept their items. Everyone else is doing them away.
Yeah.
Prissa has hers.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you dropped it.
Well, yeah, but I'm going to let the player decide, not
Gotcha.
me.
Ouch
Not-
has his item too.
Yeah,
So-
the while.
So you threw the shield aside.
Okay. You all continue down this winding pathway. I am going to need an athletics check from everybody who's not hitching a ride off of Dorzen.
Well, I mean, me and Prissa are probably riding him because that just makes sense.
All right, Dorzen, you're at disadvantage because you are over encumbered now.
Aren't I technically flying?
You are flying.
Only for this is over encompassing for the entire stretch going down.
So here's the problem. I don't know if this weight calculator calculates the fact I'm a size large. 'Cause it goes
Double
off
your
my-
carrying capacity.
Oh, so okay, so double my carrying capacity. Okay, so
500 plus everything you already had, plus a Jimmy with everything he has, plus a Prissa with everything she has.
yeah, I'm still over encumbered.
Yep.
So
So-
disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Don't you have like 1,000-pound limit though?
You just added
No.
500.
Fair.
I don't
point.
have a 1,000-pound limit. I have a 500-pound limit, even doubling my carrying capacity.
Yeah, no, the 1,000-pound would be me on a
Push.
medium.
Pushing or pulling, I probably could do that. I can't
Yeah.
carry 1,000.
Ah, okay, yeah.
And Konaroth is like stupid strong.
It's
Look at that.
just like considered
What
a
the
size.
frick was that? Did anyone else see that die just jump?
Nope. Oh, you use the actual die roller?
Yeah, the first one dead stopped, the other one jumped up and went over. I've never seen that before.
Pretty good roll.
So that's plus Alarin's D4,
No.
right?
Nope. This is not a save.
Right.
This is just an ability check.
I still rolled really well.
So Sir Yurik is doing fine as well.
You can use your guidance though.
Ouch, I think got the lowest 16.
Need to
Can
remember I can
Ouch
cast
crawl
magic.
on walls?
Oh yeah, he can climb. So
Then
yeah,
he's fine. Yeah. The problem for everybody else is like they can't easily climb. Like
gotcha.
Oh, so I would have been fine as well.
I still
yeah,
can.
yeah.
I still can.
Oh yeah, never mind. So the only people that were worrisome were Dorzen and Sir Yurik. So you all are descending down, and it takes you about another 20 minutes or so. And as you're kind of like going further down here, you all are beginning to breathe a bit more heavily. I mean, you are entering into a deeper domain. It's very hot down here. Very hot. As you are stretching forward. The easiest way for me to describe it would be when you felt the inferno up inside of the guild halls from the Dwarven community in the mountains.
Even
Except-
hotter than the lava river?
Well, it's not that hot. It's not that hot. I'm giving you a gauge, not what the fuck I'm gonna die hot. It's more of smeltering and this is nasty hot. Considering you're no longer comparing it to the frigid cold outside, but the dense, hot jungles that you are traversing through. Eventually, you all land on a solid landing after venturing into the thicker, let's call it intestines. That's what you all feel comfortable with. Maybe not comfortable, but you land at a larger encompassing area that seems to be a cylindrical, like spiral like location. And as you get there, you do see a large altar to the ruiner down here. Outside of this altar, there are 5 corpses on the ground, each one positioned in front of it.
Could I use my grim psychometry, if I remember this the right one, to try and determine what might have happened here?
Go for it. Make your roll.
Advantage, because this is evil.
How did you know? Metagame. 24. Looking at it and walking past, you kind of stick closer to the outside of the wall just to be cautious and safe. And you notice that the treasures and riches have not stretched down this far, but instead you begin to have a vision of what's transpired here. Moving backwards through everything, you do see individuals coming down here with a trove of treasures and a lost-looking individual. A paled skin, darkened eyes, pitch black in sight. Standing there, long, flowing black hair as well. Just caressing gently over their shoulders, not very much further down. He sees the individuals bring objects of interest, and as they bring them towards the altar and kneel down, he walks behind each of them and stabs them through the back of the neck, retracting the blade and watching as they all retract upwards. And then passing through that area, you do see this individual venturing down here, setting up this altar, beginning a prayer of mystery, and you watch as a large eye appears with blood dripping down it. Notably, it does not look like it is crying blood. It just looks like blood is pulsing through the eye itself. He speaks words to it that you don't really understand, and it replies with a gesture of itself towards him. And then it retracts even further backwards to this individual finding this location and making it their own, covered and drenched in blood from many, many, many people over probably a very grueling battle that transpired. And even further before that, other people trying to set up in this location that once he came, he slayed and killed every single one by himself. After you see all of that, you do see the individual kind of sitting over on the side on top of a throne that seems to be protruded outwards from this actual rock-like creation of this organic material. And you see that and you believe it's a vision at first, but then when you blink again, you do see the overgrowth of exterior from this domain into this individual, wrapping them and blending him into the wall, so that now they just sit there head down.
I would be very cautious and back away towards the party and let them know what I saw and that that person is right there.
Points it out, and those of you with dark vision, you can see. Actually, wait. Those of you that is not Sir Yurik can see.
Because I did cast Dark Vision on myself.
Yes. So, you look over at the wall and you see the throne imprinted into the wall, and the very hard to discern individual who blended in perfectly stuck in there as well, completely unmoving, not breathing, decayed slightly as if their skin has molded to the exact same coloration of these walls, just staring at the altar.
This calls for another divine sense.
Okay.
Anaroth, do you hear anything?
I'm gonna pop Eyes of the Grave.
Eyes of the Grave tells you if there's any undead nearby?
Yep.
Dorzen, no undead.
Oh, that's good to know.
Alarin,
Yep.
you do not sense any undead. However, that altar and individual do give off the presence of desecrated grounds.
Well, this might be the source of whatever is causing madness in people venturing here.
be quiet, or
I would say destroy that thing.
You do
On it.
see right past him is an archway leading further away.
Ah.
Dorzen, you approach.
He's gonna smash the skull.
So you approach.
Yes.
All right. As you take about 2 steps into the room, you watch as the eyes break and look up at you. Seeing your stoic position with the large weapon, a smile curls at its lips. As
Hey, I made this. I made the spell. It's not undead.
It isn't undead. It's not dead.
Oh
Is it-
shit!
Is it fiend?
Stands
Alive.
It's alive. It stands upwards, and you watch as the grips against its skin start shattering and breaking as it moves to its full height, grabbing against the throne and drawing up a massive mace drenched in blood all over it. I'm gonna need y'all to roll initiative.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I figured.
he's
Just
just
place
comparing
yourselves.
mace sizes. That's all that's going on here. It's,
Yeah.
Oh, you got a hammer?
Just
Let me show
add
you
yourselves to this map.
We are. We're up near Western.
Okay, cool. It's a small enough cavern that we don't really need a map. You can hit him. You can make it to him.
Okay.
And he can make it to you.
Yep.
mine. Lies.
Nice little distinctions on. Oh, they have to be undead. It's like no,
They do. He's not undead. He's not dead. He's just waiting.
Anyone else getting Davy Jones vibes from this guy?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping it was a fiend.
But hey, you finally confirmed this is desecrated ground.
Yeah. Who would have thought with an altar to the ruiner standing here?
Do you want us to rearrange our tokens anyway?
No, it's fine. I mean, you're in the front.
I've heard of it right there.
Yeah, we're not using this token anymore.
And just double check, you did say the sword I picked up was a great sword, right?
That is correct.
All right.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to use that in this fight. But none of the abilities.
At least it still counts as magical.
I don't know if it's magic.
It's definitely magical.
If you have to attune to it, it's magical.
Yep.
He rolled poorly on his initiative. However, he has an ability to choose to replace himself in combat with any one individual. He will be
What?
replacing himself with Alarin. Alarin,
Oh,
move
that-
yourself down to initiative 7.
What?
That
I've never heard of that ability.
Welcome to the new bestiary.
Oh, it's.
Yeah.
It is a legendary ability for very
Okay.
specific war type creatures.
I have seen this thing in your other game, which you also used against me.
Oh, I'm sorry. So yes, adjust yourself down to initiative tracker 7, and the
Yep.
ruined path is going to go first.
The ruined path.
Why would this mundane creature have a legendary ability?
The ruined path. That's such a good name.
Thank you.
I will
thank
admit
you,
it is a good name. Good name.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, as they stand up to their full height, Dorzen, he's much smaller than you. I mean, based off of the description you've been given about this individual, you're towering over him by a good 2 feet, but he's holding this large, grandiose mace that looks like it requires 2 hands in his one. And he immediately shoots forward and grabs at you with his bare hand, trying to grab towards your neck. Give me opposed athletics.
Do I still have disadvantage?
It's an ability check.
Why do you have disadvantage?
I'm over encumbered.
That's...
Oh.
That's not good.
I'm not going to
Reroll.
say anything.
Re-roll a natural 1, please.
Oh, thank God.
That's why I didn't declare yet.
That's much better.
No,
Still
13.
going to be it. Huh?
Yeah,
It's the first one.
Oh, I thought you said because I'm at disadvantage. Reroll nat ones. I
Yeah,
thought-
You only
Reroll
reroll
nine.
it once.
That is reroll.
So you got an 18,
Oh, okay.
not a 17.
Okay.
However, that is still going to be a failure. As he jolts up towards you, grabs you towards your neck, he stretches your body and starts raking you down towards the ground. You are now considered grappled, and under the constraints of his grip, you are restrained.
What
He
is
then
this anime character?
Takes the large, hulking mace and slams it down into your head. That is going... Fuck me. Yeah, that hits.
Remember, I negate crits.
It did not crit, but thank you for reminding me. It has advantage on you, so yeah. However, that is going to be 26 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of necrotic damage, as well as your hit point
Ow.
maximum decreases by 4.
Well, shit.
Okay, I'm
He's
gonna
then
need to
going
make
to
a note
use-
of what my health is.
Yep. He is then going to be striking you down a second time with that same strike.
Raggy.
Oh dear,
However, that's only a 20.
that still hits.
Oh, you're not the bullshit one. Yay!
That's Yurik.
AC with his full plate and shield.
Uh-oh. That was high damage that time.
And defensive fighting style.
That'll be 28 points of bludgeoning damage, as well as 12 necrotic. Hit point maximum decreased by 12.
So 28 plus 12, that's 40.
Yeah.
Holy
And
crap!
after those strikes against you twice, you
I
see
can't take another round of that.
you see the large smile pulsing, and with each strike of this hammer, the blood splatters them, and color returns to their skin, turning into that bright, pale color and the dark, blackened eyes as a gnarly set of teeth that seem to be hand-chiseled to rip things apart. Not natural, but hand-chiseled, is smiling at everybody else, getting ready for another swing. However, that is the end of his turn.
So he's right in front of Dorzen right now, correct?
Uh-huh.
And
just trying to
Dorzen
read-
is
Training me.
Dorzen is grappled and restrained by one hand.
From 15 feet away. I'm looking at the map. I'm trying to make sure.
Yeah. This room is close enough that everybody's within the range. The room itself probably only goes back about like 25 feet at most.
I think what he's asking is that the ruined path did move up, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
is the token in the correct spot? That's
No. Here,
Okay.
let me make this a little easier.
'Cause I'm
Dorzen
like,
probably
he's
took a
reaching him
step.
from 15 feet away.
No. He's grappling Dorzen, who's kind of like, I'm saying pinned to the ground, but he's not actually prone. It's just
I got everything. I was just
That-
looking at the map. That was the
That
only.
effort did 70 points of damage in one turn.
he did roll pretty high on his dice, but yeah.
Ouch! Get up there and do it again. We're still within the hour that I activated Ouch, so he does have his protection protocol on. He's going to rush up to the side, and I think it's. Let me double check real quick.
How close does he get to the ruined?
So 5, 10. He has to be within 10 feet to do the pull, so that's everybody. Okay.
How
He-
close
he
is he
gets
to
there.
the ruined path?
He's 5 feet away.
Okay. As it moves into his territory, he looks over at the robotic creature, tilting its head, confused, and takes an opportunity attack against it.
Into it's a two. What?
He has disadvantage because Ouch is always dodging, so that's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
My goals.
On disadvantage, that is going to be an 18 to hit.
I think that 18 is his AC. So he-
Okay. Is Ouch immune to necrotic damage?
Nope, not immune to necrotic. Just all conditions, basically.
Oh, okay, that's fair then. All right, that's not bad of dice. That'll be 18 points of bludgeoning damage, and then 6 points of necrotic, and its maximum is decreased.
18, 6, so brings in
24.
24, thank you. And you said his maximum is decreased?
Yeah. So he's harder to repair unless you take time to repair him. Simple repairing won't work.
Okay. It's reduced by that amount?
By that amount, yes.
Okay, gotcha. All right, and then Ouch is going to use his protection protocol to throw out Arcane Field for 12 temporary hit points to everybody.
Nice. That
is
stretches
very
and hits
nice.
everybody, yeah.
Okay, getting those. And then I am going to Canaros a little scary, so I'll dive next to Alarin, unholstering my firearm, and gonna take a shot at this guy.
All right, go right ahead.
So let's go with where you at. Light him up with combustion. 16 to hit.
That does not hit. You aim upwards at the individual and shoot it towards him, but you watch as he kind of just smiles and dips out of the way of the shot, looking and evaluating the projectile as curiosity more than anything else.
Come on, man. That's all Jimmy has.
It's then going to look up at you, Jimmy, with its maul and go, with its mace, and go, "Did you create this thing?" Kind of ignoring the fact that it's pinning Dorzen down, but just looking at your creature.
Yeah, and it's pretty tough.
I want more. Ready. Next up, Ouch. I think
That's
what
Ouch's
was doing.
turn.
Okay.
Right after.
Bonus action. Blood Curse of the Bloated Agony amplified.
Okay, what is that?
I need to take a D6 with it.
Oh, that's good.
So that lasts for a whole minute.
Huh. You targeted him.
A creature
give-
I can see within 30 feet. Yep.
There's no saving throw on this?
Not until the end of its next turn.
Okay, so as you kind of focus your ability onto their body, evaluating them, realizing exactly how fortified they are, you kind of tilt your head and go through their system and start pulsing each and every single muscle that you can. And as they start bursting and protruding, he looks at them, noticing the tight bleed marks coming from it, and kind of smiles at that. More fun.
Then 5, 10, 15, 20 to flank him.
Okay.
And I'll
I'm
swing
technically
my...
restrained. I don't know if you get that.
You're still threatening. Trying to, at least.
Then I'll swing my new greatsword twice at him.
Ready. 25 hits. So that'll be 19 points of damage. You grab your greatsword, twisting it around and swinging towards him. And as he notices the strike, he kind of turns his gaze towards it, seeing the blade, and goes, "My maverick." Shink right across him.
Then I got a second one.
Yep.
We can hit him, y'all.
26 also hits for another 13. You begin striking at him twice, and Dorzen, his grip weakens at your neck, but he's still holding while he's now completely turned his back on everybody else. You notice he's not looking at Conaroth, he's looking at the weapon.
Oh no! You brought him his favorite toy!
I would have
Alright.
heard him say, my Maverick's like, "It's mine now."
Yes. That excites him. Lauren.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot to, before I did that, I should have done this on the first hit. I derped out for a moment, I would have done a brand of Castignation. Because that's part of
Use your Crimson Right, Sierra Arcade brand of Hemocraft. You always know the direction of the brand, and okay, yeah, that's fine.
So it would have taken on the second hit an extra 4 psychic damage.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And it has each time it deals damage to a creature other than me, it will also suffer damage on there.
Oh,
So-
good thing it's focused on you now.
Yeah.
All done?
I think so, yes.
Alarin, you feel at the beginning of this fight your need to jump right into action, but the simple glance it gave you kind of shrunk your reaction slightly as it then took over. But now you are shrugging that off and coming to your own initiative. What would you like to do?
Dorson is looking bad, so we will run up. We'll cast the Shield of Faith on Dorson.
Okay. Bink. You run up and just give him a good slap on the ass, and the gust and breeze around you keeps you safe.
Could probably have done that himself, but those powers are still those powers are still new to him, so Alarn isn't fully aware of what he can do yet. We'll go up to flank with Ouch.
Is Ouch threatening?
No.
Okay.
I mean, he's a tiny creature, which I wouldn't consider threatening. I'd say probably small to, normal size.
Yeah, so Alarin, you do run over there, but unfortunately Ouch is not the type in a stance where it is aggressive towards him. So go ahead.
He also
take
has
your attack.
defensive protocol, which he's defending us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His defense is different than your defense. So go ahead.
Instead of running up there for the moment, we'll jump up on Dorson's back for the attacking part.
Sure. You cannot end your turn there, though. Just keep that in
No.
mind.
Yeah, that I know. But it's more to try and take advantage of him having turned his back to Dorson, and
Go
we'll
for it.
give him some slashes.
Sure. 16 misses, 24 hits.
Yeah, and we'll smite at second level.
Sure, yeah.
So that's kind of
9
shit.
points of... It's not fire damage. Oh, no, that does. All right, then roll your smite. Yeah.
Is this undead or fiend?
No.
Yeah, just had to double check. For an extra 17 points of radiant damage.
Okay. That is going to be 26 points of damage in total. As you run up behind them, cutting them deeply after the second strike, and they feel that burst of wind into their back. Its attention seems to now be strained between that blade and you, as it looks at you and goes, "That bitch."
Yeah. But yeah, that is my turn.
Alrighty. Dorzen!
Okay,
You're still... Oh,
first
wait,
thing-
you have to move away, Alarn. Oh, you moved off him. Cool.
Yeah,
Alright,
I did.
so first thing, you're being, held down, just grabbing at your throat.
Okay, first thing, bonus action, healing second wind.
Go for it.
Nice!
Cool. Keep in mind, your maximum does not... You don't go past your current maximum.
I'm nowhere near my maximum.
Good. Just letting you know.
Okay, For my action, I'm going to cast Bane on him.
Okay, Bane. They have to make what type of saving throw? Charisma. Oh. As you can imagine, their charisma is actually pretty fucking good.
15.
He's successful.
Shit.
Yeah. He is a presence. Charisma
Charisma
does not always mean charming.
That is true.
You cast the spell, and he seems very... not really bothered by your magic at all, and more drawing his attention between the blade and Alarin.
That's my turn.
Alrighty.
I just tried.
So. Now, it is the Ruined Path. At the start of his turn, you notice some of his wounds begin searing and scarring over immediately as he heals.
Even when he was hit with radiant damage?
Yeah, he's not unholy. He's
Shit.
divine. Just not good divine.
Oh, that kind of guy.
Yeah.
So,
So-
did you register as celestial on my scan?
I'm sorry?
Did he register as celestial on my scan?
No, he's not celestial.
He's
Just
just
divine.
out.
Yeah.
Some people are just really good followers of their deities, man, you know?
Yep.
So, I need one of you to roll me a d2. Either Alarin or Conoroth.
You want to do it, Can, or
Sure, I'll do it.
Go for it. 1. Conoroth. Despite the fact that Alarin seems to have offended him, he looks and goes, I'll deal with you next. Turns back to you, Conoroth.
Fun.
He's going to unleash a torrent of attacks against you.
Each one after the first one, he takes necrotic.
Sure. Hits. 19?
19 does hit.
Okay. 18.
Hits.
Okay, so all 3 attacks hit you. He kind of, while keeping his grip on Dorzin's neck, kind of like not realizing he's still holding on to him, he just unleashes a torrent of attacks against you with his gnarly-looking mace. And you do kind of realize this is a mundane mace. What he's doing with it is...
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, this is just a nearly rusted over, very old, crappy-looking mace. However, that's 3 attacks against you. Okay, 22 bludgeoning.
So that's temporary gone, and then down to... Okay.
5 necrotic, and your hit point maximum decreases by 5. Okay, that's pretty on the low end. 16 bludgeoning.
He takes...
We'll do all the math at the end of it.
He takes
Yeah.
some of that for that. I will do Stone's Endurance to reduce that by D12.
Cool. And then an additional 4 necrotic. Hit point maximum goes down. And then a 25 bludgeoning. Okay, only 2 necrotic.
So...
As he unleashes all of these attacks against you, you see, like, he's kind of dragging Dorzin over just to gain better leverage, and it's just snarling at you. Give it back. And just keeps striking into you over and over again.
And it will take one more bloated agony. So he takes 11 points.
16. It's 3
Sure.
attacks. He hit you 3 times.
Right, but it's only after the first strike.
Oh, really?
If it makes more than one.
Okay, so it's 11. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually really good against people like him.
And then he needs to make a con saving throw at the end of his turn.
Sure. This is a magical effect, correct?
Technically, maybe.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it would be considered.
The thing is, you did it to him without ever interacting with him directly, so I feel like that has to be magic. Like, it's mystical, but that's magic, you know?
Right.
So I'll call it as magical, which means he would have had advantage, so he succeeds. I'll just say that instead of the number.
Because, yeah, my save is a 16.
Then after those attacks, you see he's becoming to grow more and more invigorated from his strikes against you, and you all notice like the area around him starts to sizzle with energy, and it becomes a lot more hostile in this territory surrounding him. Jimmy.
Do I feel hostile? More hostile?
Not in particular. You just feel the area has become hostile. Not you, just the area.
Ouch. Help out Canaroth, please. And gonna do another arcane field pulse for not as good. 6 temporary hit points.
But it's to everybody within range.
Nope. It is people I select. I'm not going to overwrite people who already have 12.
Fair. So Conoroth.
And
Yeah.
that's why I said specifically get Canaroth.
Gotcha. Cool.
All right.
Fuck you, Dorset.
and I am going to
No, he
run
still has
up
this. Never.
the side here and just get a straight line drive shot, level my firearm, and unleash more combustion.
Go for it.
Hopefully. Nope. 15.
15 is going to miss. You shoot at him, and you hear the loud pulsation as like he's striking down at this individual, and you think you're about to get a hit, but he just moves out of the way and keeps striking towards Conoroth.
Come on! And I like shake my gun. I hit it a couple times, and I end my turn.
Conoroth, your turn.
At this, knowing what he would do, I'm in effect of one of Alarn's aura, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Just double checking, since I would transform at this point.
Okay. So that is your action.
Bonus action, if I remember correctly.
I'm asking you. I don't know off the top of my head. This is
It's
my
bonus
first time
from-
running it for this new one. Okay. So go ahead.
Bonus action.
You sit there and you start snarling, and the hair grows across your body, and you start hulking and growing in size as he's looking up at you still, and you see that infuriated look spreads with happiness.
And I want to attack him twice again.
Go for it.
Because at below half HP, I would actually need to... Hold on.
Oh, you're about to wolf out, aren't you?
So I need a passive wisdom equal to 8 plus a third of my blood hunter. So let's just see if it happens or not. I'm fine. I don't bloodlust yet, but yeah, I will attack him twice with the greatsword. Not yet.
I just feel like it would be thematic that you would have disadvantage on that because of his aura.
You know what? I'll
As
roll it
he
again.
is you're inside of a bloodlusting god's domain. Like,
It's the same roll.
So okay, I'm just saying it would have been thematic, not saying it,
Right.
But yeah, continue. It's not mechanically right, but let's be real here.
So I missed with the first one. Second one hits.
Yes, it does.
Take 17 plus Brand of Castination. So
Doesn't that
21.
happen after the first one?
I didn't hit him with the first one.
No, after the first strike, you then get Brand of Castination, right?
It's still it's on damage on the hit.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm confused at which ability you're using where. But anyways, so 21 damage?
Yeah, because
Not
it's
bad.
whenever I damage a creature, so it should be fine.
Okay.
You
You managed to get a solid strike with that sword against him and cut and gash all the way downwards, and he seems to like push against it a little more, and relish in the feel of the blade.
And I will say to him, "You seem focused on me. Let's see if you can keep up." And he will move back 30 feet, and I don't get attacked by the opportunity attack because of mobile.
That's right. Yeah, you move away.
30 feet back to see if he comes after me.
While his eyes, well, not 30 feet. You only have about 20 feet back where it's that you can go.
Well, he came from that wall, didn't he? So he would only be like 5 foot from the wall.
Yeah, so you're pretty much like at the wall. Unless you're going down the corridor that you don't know about.
I moved to like the farthest point of the room, probably like opposite way of Jimmy, so like over here. See if
That's where he was right there.
Yeah.
The opposite point is Jimmy.
So yeah, I guess I will just back up enough then to see if he chases after.
Okay. You back up a little bit, and after taking the hit, you see his eyes like just fall in euphoric display, and then he realizes you moved away, and he's still focused on you. Ilarin.
Oh, he's one of those people.
Yeah, Alarn
We don't kink
is
shame.
Alarn is going to do a little dance around him, and when he gets to where Canoroth was, he's going to slash him 3 quick times before getting back to starting position.
Before you take your attacks, you come into his sights again, and he is going to use his legendary action to give a pulsation of dread. Charisma dread saving throw.
He can do that in my turn? Oh shit.
The legendary actions.
Yeah,
this one is a reaction.
Oh yeah, because legendary actions are after a turn. But
This
yeah,
one is as a reaction.
Yeah.
Charisma save, so it's not that bad for you.
No. That's 23.
All right. You feel the pulsation go through you as this creature stares down at you. I mean, compared to everybody else, well, compared to those two, he's small, but for you, this is a hulking entity of war who has built a path upon it. And as he glares down at you, you feel that dread and horror that thousands of people have felt in the presence of this individual before he slays them. But a gust of wind pushes you forward to hold you steady.
Yeah, stares down at me. How tall is he?
He's like 7 foot.
Okay, yeah, so he would still step down.
he's fucking big. He's just not, lycanthrope big, or centaur big, or Goliath big.
Yeah, Alarn is 6'7", but he's still bigger, so yeah.
Considering Canoroth is naturally 8'2", he's probably even bigger now.
Oh, look at that! 25, 22, and a crit.
Alright, if you're critting on that third one... no, it's only crit. It's not something else. Okay, go for it. It's sneak attack that I have that rule with when people just roll. Oh, I'll do it on the crit. No, you do it on the first one. Fuck you. But smite is different. You always choose, so you're good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's smite!
Let's see if he changes... I'm gonna say I'm not gonna smite on the first two.
Sure.
So that's 9, and another 9. And then we get a 3rd level smite on that one. I'm guessing the fire damage doesn't double, but
No. It's only damage dice that double.
Yeah.
It's funny though, it was another 9 before you rolled the dice again.
Then that'll be...
And the smite is coming up.
15.
For another 43 points of radiant damage.
Holy!
Is that including the ×2? No,
Yeah.
it's
That is the times 2.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Look at it's not that
It's
many
8.
fucking dice.
It's 88,
okay.
so...
He is going to use his endurance.
87 points of damage. Fucking
Paladins. Well, a little bit less. He's going to take a little bit less as you strike him with that devastating blow. He's going to use his channel divinity to rebuke the hatred. So that 43 is going to be split between both of you.
Ah.
I'm
bollocks.
sorry, what?
Rebuke the hatred.
Yep.
That is that an actual? Because I
It's
might
not-
want to make
Well,
a
he's a
paladin.
conquest paladin.
Well, I mean, of sorts, but he's a devoted follower of the Ruiner. This is not
Yeah.
an actual character option. This is this creature.
Who turned his crit against him?
That sucks, man.
So it's half of that entire strike. So 14, 15 plus 43 is 58 halved.
58 halved, so that's 20, yeah, 29. Damn.
Okay. So he takes his licks.
And
However, you
let's-
got rid of his, his channel divinity.
And yeah, I forgot to turn off advantage, but Shield of Faith
You're
on Dorson
still-
is still up.
Yeah, as the strike hits him again, you notice that there's a war cry that he shoots out with, jolting his body towards you, that your strike itself seems to graze against his skin, but ricochets backwards and hits you as well. And this-
That was not very nice.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's two action attacks and one bonus action attack.
Okay. Dorzen.
Do I get disadvantage on attacks when encumbered or just checks?
You're grappled and restrained. You have disadvantage on all attacks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, however, you do have flanking from Alarin? No, Alarin, you're back over there. Never mind, you don't.
Yeah.
Is he still being castigated?
No, he saved against that.
Oh, shoot.
Kind of hoping Dorson did do it when it was
Well, your
still up.
movement speed's 0. You're restrained.
Oh, fuck yeah. Damn.
Okay, I'm good. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna use my action to try to break the grapple.
Okay. Go ahead and make a athletics check.
Straight or disadvantage?
Still disadvantage.
Doors in. Hit him under the elbow. I'm gonna give him Flash of Genius so he can move that up to 16.
I'm gonna use my Fate D6 on this.
Yes. Alrighty. Go for it. Roll your d6.
That is 16, buddy. Come on.
That's an 18 with the Jimmy. Or no, that's 20 with Jimmy.
Yeah.
A dirty 20 is a success.
Thank God.
As the grip is now, he wasn't really focused on holding you there anymore. You kind of take the opportunity of him rebuking against the Lauren to just grab his wrist and twist it off of you, shoving it aside. And his arm goes flailing over, and he seems to not even notice you're there. That was your action.
Yep. Yeah, I don't want to deal with this guy. Action surge.
Well, I mean,
I'm-
you might not want to deal with him, but
Damn it. Oh wait. Wait. Is that a bonus action?
no, action surge is just free.
No, I'm gonna use a bonus action to give Shield of Faith on Alarin because it piss that guy off.
Already. So now both of you are shield of faithing each other.
Yes.
Shield of Faith bros.
I'm not restrained, but I still have disadvantage because I'm encumbered by my attacks, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
But you
why
can
are
move now.
Why are you over encumbered?
The saddle that's strapped to him.
Oh, yeah, he's got all
Yeah,
that.
he wanted to loot.
Everything. I'm like at 650 pounds right now.
You're gonna get none of it if you're dead.
Yeah.
Only 650?
But it's a saddle. He can't just simply take it off.
Well, that would be a medium load for Canaroth.
For Canaroth.
I'm also a large creature. Even with double my equipment load, it's still too much.
So is Canaroth, but yeah,
Probably stronger.
you have bullshit strength
Oh,
because you chose
yeah,
that item.
thing, right?
Yeah.
Got that item.
But anyways, Dorzen, go ahead. You action surgeon.
Yeah. Dorzen's really pissed that he effectively got ragdolled right off the bat.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. I already used my bonus action. I'm gonna attack with 2 swings with Pyramaw.
Go for it.
You can move to flank.
Oh, I can? Shit.
Could've. You have to
Could've.
remember to do it without metagaming and speaking out in the middle of combat.
Yeah,
Can I move in
sorry.
between attacks?
Yes. But that first one we're holding at 11.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so nothing on the first one. Second attack. 21.
21 will hit him.
Thank God.
He's not like ungodly statted.
11.
11, and this is Pyre Maul. Cool. So you grab your maul and slam it into the front of him as you run across and just punch it into his face. And you watch as his face turns and he looks over at you a little confused. Oh, I thought I had you held. Looks down at his empty hand. Oh, we'll get there. All done?
Yeah, that's it. I can't do anything else.
Ready. Now it is the ruined path. He looks around at everybody else who's surrounding him. However, he does not give a flying fuck about any of that. Alarin, would you like to take an attack of opportunity?
Yes, I would.
If I hadn't moved, I would have sentineled him. Damn it.
Well, you can still sentinel. He's about to hit one of your allies.
Mm-hmm.
Or sentinel?
20.
Just barely misses.
Oh.
Yes, I'll
Ouch.
take my sentinel.
Ouch is going to continue to dodge.
Okay, cool. You'll take your sentinel.
Yep.
Your sentinel goes off after he hits. 21 hits though. Wait,
Oh,
no,
it doesn't
disadvantage. 13. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry. You
Although,
strike
would he
out.
be focused on me, though?
He is, but that doesn't take him out of fighting. He's still aware enough of his surroundings to not grant people that.
My greed is my hubris.
Yeah, and also he's a fucking paladin of war and fighting. He doesn't just grant people that. But anyways, he moves up to you, Conaroth, dodging out of the strike from Dorzen and narrowly dodging Alarin himself before he smiles up at you. Raises his hand over towards your blade. I need opposed athletics from you.
Sure.
Jero, do I have a new reaction? Is this the start of a new round, or do
It's
I
the
wait
start
till
of
my turn?
your turn.
My turn. Okay.
Yes.
I will use that DM inspiration to give myself advantage on that.
Next time, declare it beforehand.
Sorry.
No problem. Go ahead and do it. You're still new here, so you're not really sure how my homebrews work, but yeah.
17? Rolled poorly.
17 is going to be a fail. He grabs out at your blade, and while he is ripping it from you, he just drops the massive mace and rips it from your hands as you're trying to hold on for dear life. And as soon as he grips it, you notice the large, slightly decayed nature of it seems to just glitter off and slink to the ground, with the blood itself being re-infused into the blade as he grabs and looks at it with awe and dismay at everybody else. He is fully engrossed in staring at this blade, as beautiful at it as it is. And then he just falls to the ground.
Goes prone? What?
That's
You
not
watch
good.
as the individual grabs his blade, holding it up, looking at it so fondly and beautifully, and collapses immediately, holding it tightly in his grip as he just closes his eyes.
No.
What?
I am going to command Ouch to rush up and arrest the blade.
Okay. Ouch goes over and tries taking the blade from him.
Yeah.
It has a death grip on it.
Canaroth, he wants that blade. Because that's what you said it was his thing, so he would try to get it.
Yep. So, Sir Yurik, seeing you take the blade, is actually going to once again attempt blindness deafness on you, this time casting it at 3rd level, so he's going to target the body as well. So go ahead and give a con save. No longer +4.
So 17.
Stop.
Still
Save
is-
against him. Yeah. Alrighty. Like, stop. We don't. Put him down. And Sir Yurik draws his blade, going over towards you, Conaroth.
You said I did rip the blade out of his hand?
No. You're wrestling with it. You want it back, but that's your focus now.
You want me
Sir
to make
Yurik
an
has asked everybody to put him down. Oh no, there's no need. You can't rip it from his grip.
Oh, sure. I take Pyramol and I slam the corpse on the floor's head open. The one holding the sword.
Oh, okay.
He said, put him down. Okay, I'm killing the guy who tried to kill us.
Alrighty. You grab it and slam it against him. The body seems unfazed by your strike.
Can we maybe get out of here? With or without that thing? Preferably without it.
I do need an opposed athletics from you, Conaroth, with Sir Yurik, as he's trying to get you to settle down, not the person.
18.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, you beat him.
And at this point, since I'm still below half, unfortunately, I still make it.
Sir Yurik is trying to grab at Conaroth and go, can you guys help me knock him out real quick?
Yeah, at this point, that seems like it's the last and only option, so Ilarn will help Yurik with that.
Right. What about anybody else in the party?
I don't know.
Sure,
Ouch.
Tarzan will try to...
Okay.
I'm not killing him, we're just...
With the 3 stronks of the party beating up on you, you will fall unconscious. No need for combat for this. However, once you are knocked unconscious, everybody finally takes a moment of respite to breathe a bit. And then we are going to take our break.
Oh my god.
Break time.
Yeah.
Break time.
Hello, everybody. We are back. Sorry, we were just covering their short rest while I was taking mine. So, players, you begin resting up a little bit, and after 10 minutes, Conaroth, you do come back to consciousness. Calm once again, but with a throbbing fucking headache from being knocked the fuck out. No longer obsessive about the blade.
Well, that leaves everything identified except... And I turn the camera off.
Yes, yeah, you will be pleased to know that she did not tamper with your cloth wraps while you were out.
No, I was a perfect, gentle halfling.
That's surprisingly out of character for you. Thank you.
No, it's not, but
A gentleling?
gentling. Anyway, feeling better, I hope. That guy looked like he was causing you guys a lot of pain. Sorry about that. I didn't want to get too close.
It's understandable. He packed quite a punch.
I mean, but you guys did a great job, and that wolf thing, whatever it was, that was freaking cool as shit. Never seen that before.
Yes, it appears those of us with beastly inclinations are now evenly matched in the party.
Oh, I didn't mean it. Sorry, Alarin. That was kind of insensitive.
Sir Yurik looks at you. Yes, you should be more conscientious of people's races and identification.
I took no offense.
Not from Yorick, no.
See, they prefer to be called kitty people.
Ilarn will Elarn raises an eyebrow at Yorick. No, we do not.
Ah. But I have so many friends that are kitty people.
You should probably refrain from calling them kitty people,
Fair
unless
enough.
they at least say they are all right with it.
I'm gonna stop now.
But it appears this was not the source of the madness. So I believe we have to go further in.
Yeah, this is about as far as your eye got, isn't it, Prissa? So we're pretty much blind from this point.
This room was a dead end, though. Yes.
No, there's an archway on the other side of where he was seated.
Oh, okay.
So that if anybody wanted to get past, he would be aware.
In that case, we should be at our most ready.
Yes. If he's the guard dog, what is he guarding?
Well, there could be an insurmountable amount of treasure.
More than that, the sea of Scrooge McDuck's vault we just went through.
Who?
Well, it appears that everyone coming in here would have always gone deeper in search of better treasure.
And
So,
Conoroth, to clarify for you, Scrooge McDuck is a legendary merchant based out of Tal'Dorei, who is a guild master of the highest quality and renown, and is known for having his vast mansion filled to the brim with gold that he frequently swims inside of, with the assistance of magic.
I thought his name was McDuke. I thought he was a Duke.
Yeah.
He also made a deal
But
with
everybody
the
makes
courts
fun of
to
him.
pass through all the planes to expand his trading empire.
Is it because he's an Aarakocra?
No. They always make fun of him as McDuck. He's actually a kinku.
This is canon now. We will McDuck
None of it is.
McDuke is his name, but everybody makes fun of him behind his back, of course.
Well, if we're going to be at our most ready, Kenneth will shift because he can keep it up for an hour. So let us go.
yes, let us go.
You're using your second shift?
I get them back on a short rest.
Oh, hell yeah.
At least somebody gets something from a short rest in this party.
I get one thing back, but I didn't use it.
Oh,
I
Chris is actually going to Arcane Recovery. That's a good call.
I basically am fighter light in a way of, like, I get a lot of stuff back on a short rest.
Oh yeah, I got
Basically
my
everything.
action surge and second wind back.
Hey,
Forgot about
Mhm.
There we go. She restored all her missing slots now. Prissa hasn't used shit.
But you also get Stones of Dirts back on a short rest.
So,
Yes, I do. I do get Stones of Dirts back on a short rest.
you all look around a bit uncomfortably at this very creepy, defiled domain. Alarin, you feel a sense of hatred towards you while you are here.
Before we go, can I just smash that altar?
I will
Sir
assist
Yurik
in
would
that.
Sir Yurik would stop both of you, knowing that defiling an altar of even a betrayer god will call their wrath down upon you.
Ugh.
You need a league of clerics to do it the proper way
Gotcha.
and safe way.
oh, I got a lot of explosives left. We could be pretty far away, Sir Yurik. Are you sure?
I mean, gods
Alright,
don't
fair
care
enough.
about distance very
Yeah.
much.
That is true.
They always have strange rules that don't make any sense. Let's just get out of here.
Wait, so does that mean he's going to be? Is he still going to be pissed at us because we got rid of this guy's suffering? Because apparently he's like dead or something.
I don't feel any different.
Well, we did not really kill him. We simply returned his sword. That killed him. Strange enough.
What are the odds of us finding the sword so far? In all that treasure, we found the one thing that this guy wanted.
Well, I wouldn't say found. I mean, I felt kind of like a compulsion. It was, I don't know, it wasn't me though. So maybe whatever it was that was in our heads wanted us to find it for the person.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
But maybe, I don't know. You guys think this is a creature? I
It's
don't know if it's a
definitely
creature. But... Do you think there's, I mean, we found this guy. There's probably other things in here. At the very least, should probably get going.
Yes.
You're looking tired. Are you sure you want to carry all that doors in?
You could perhaps throw some of it in his bag of holding.
Listen, why would you ever get rid? No, I'm joking.
I don't have a lot of room, but what I do have, sure. If you want to put some of it in here.
Actually, that's a good question. Was the saddle magical at all? Did it light up with? No, it was just filled to the brim with
fuck ton of riches.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, if you're having trouble, and Kenrod literally walks over and takes 2 of the bags off. If I can, like, this was nothing.
Yeah, he can lift them and just put them over each arm. They're still hulking and large. You're still like grabbing onto them, like not holding a weapon or a shield if that matters to you. But you can carry it, no problem.
Dorzen will keep the riches on him solely because I'm probably the only person that can still fight with this stuff on him.
Well, perhaps if it is only coin, could we not put it in Prisa's coin purse? It will take a lot of it, yes?
A lot of it's actually jewelry and other things. It won't go in.
So what you're saying is we could buy that castle from Vox Machina with this.
I don't.
Probably not.
I mean,
we could buy Scanlan's airship.
I mean, if we find a way out of here, guys, we can just come back and get all that stuff. Like, it's not that difficult.
Well, we could put some in the bag of holding. That would lighten the load at least. And
sure,
perhaps
go ahead.
we can
see what'll fit. And I just like open it up. This is saying I got.
I'll put 100 pounds worth of the treasure in the bag of holding because that'll get me off encumbered.
I think I only have like 70 pounds left available. So.
I can
take 70 pounds.
I can take some in coinage in like a pouch or something. Just stick in my backpack or something.
Yeah, and Lauren can take 50 pounds at least without being encumbered.
Let me do this math.
I'll take 75 just in like random coinage or jewelry or whatever.
All right, so 75 from bag of holding minus another 75 minus another 50.
This is weird. I'm just marking down 75 pounds of loot.
Yeah, I made a new item, just call it treasure, and put 50 pounds on it.
Okay, apparently that's not enough.
I did coin/jewels.
Wait, how's that not enough?
It might not be counting you as large.
It's not counting me as large. Right, I have 500. Okay, so if we split it up like that, I will lose my encumbrance because I can hold up to 500 pounds.
Yeah.
All right, let's mark that down. Lauren's got 50, Jimmy's got 75 pounds, and Kenroth's got another 75 pounds.
We spend 5 minutes redistributing Dorzen's.
We could do that during the. We could have done that in Morass.
During the show.
Yeah.
I'll also have Random Flame on one clawed hand and Storm on the other.
How much approximately would be coins that we could put in Princess Coin Purse?
Well, let me see how much room she has left in the coin, because it is much smaller than a typical bag of holding.
Yeah.
However, she doesn't have an absurd amount.
But it does count for coin wealth.
Hey,
yeah. So she could, if you guys want to take like 3, 4, 5 hours sifting through this, grabbing all the coins and putting it in there. I mean, like, you're picking up coins off the floor at that point. It's just,
But hey, at least after we're done, we can each commission a bandolier of holding. Just bags of holdings in like on a bandolier.
Just carry a coat rack with you full of bags of holdings.
I mean, we could. They only weigh, what, like 5 pounds each?
Yeah.
Jimmy had something like that before they restructured the Artificer on the
Right.
Light place. Yeah, you remember that, Jera?
That was cool. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Well, for now, at least we made it so Dorson is not encumbered anymore.
Yes.
Cool. Moving on. We're leading.
Do. So, you all continue moving through, going into the archway, and as you walk through it, you immediately turn and crest, where you notice it's a sheer sloping drop that carries on further past any of your lines of vision.
Slippers on.
You're fine.
Rough enough to climb on, or totally smooth?
It's perfectly smooth, but you could certainly try.
Could I walk down a bit, trying to use the flames on my one arm to like illuminate a bit?
Sure. I mean, it gives you like a couple of feet. You can see down there, it's just your range of vision does not continue.
Right. To trying to walk down far enough to figure how deep it is.
Okay, I pull out a torch.
Yeah, I just about to say I have 10 torches on me.
Do you toss one down?
Yeah.
All right. You put it on. You toss it down the slope, and you hear dunk, 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 dunk. Crash. Took about 5 seconds.
Crash?
Yeah, there was a large crashing sound, like it hit things.
Oh, okay.
Metal things?
Give me a perception check.
I have advantage because I'm listening. 4.
Maybe.
Do we see the glow emanating from where it's dropped, or does it kind of go out of sight?
Roll a perception check.
No. Yeah.
You saw it for a while, and then it fell off. You just stopped seeing it.
Well, Dorzen, I do have one more charge left on my pup pack.
Perhaps Kenrath can do it this time. He seems
actually-
to be able to walk on walls.
Actually, question: how much do you guys weigh between you with all your
You're
stuff?
not
'Cause I could-
carrying Dorson.
Dorzen's a no. Let's
You're
start
not
with
carrying
that.
my Dorson.
Are you
Sir Yurik is
sure?
probably a no.
My heavy
Uh,
load is 1,600 pounds.
Dorzen's a
What?
no. He's a horseman.
I weigh 42 pounds, and my pack weighs
Everything
more.
I'm carrying plus my weight,
I'm
I'm
like
almost
less
1,000.
than
At least 1,000.
I could lift you with, like, if I was bench pressing.
Guys,
Yes, Brisa.
I mean, nothing for nothing, but like, if everybody else is exhausting themselves, I can use some of my spells and help.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yes.
Here, put all of the heavy things on Dorzen again. I'm just gonna turn you into a grade 8.
Wait, what?
It's fine. You won't even feel the weight of everything. Everything that you're carrying just goes into the form. You don't care about encumbrance anymore. Polymorph is bullshit.
I give him my bag.
I was gonna let y'all keep talking, but you know.
Let's speed this up. Let's solve
I mean,
the
I know
problem.
Prissa has stuff too, but I don't want to volunteer somebody else's stuff.
When they're NPC, volunteer them because I'm not making the initiative unless somebody brings up a topic for it.
Yeah.
Because that's metagamey of me. But anyways, yeah, Dorzen. Everybody piles everything on top of you to the point where your knees are like buckling under you a little bit, and then she goes, "Okay, Dorzen, it's all right." Slaps you one time on your shin, and you turn into a grade 8. As long as you're willing, of course. I don't want to be presumptuous here. Doors. Okay.
Great apes cannot speak a language.
Nope. So she climbs up onto you. Holds on.
I can carry like 2-3 people maybe, like on my back as I walk straight down the surface.
You could carry... Lauren,
like
you're not terribly heavy. Sir Yurik is a walking tin man.
I can carry a
Yeah.
lot of stuff, so it wouldn't be that big of an
You
issue.
could. And considering all the bags are currently on Dorzen, just gone.
You can carry me, but you gotta touch me.
The whole
That
time.
sounded so much worse than you meant it.
Literally just holding him by like the scruff of his neck and just walking down. So he's dangling down below, like, you try it, you drop.
You know, some people think this would be demeaning, but I know you really care. I'm just sitting in the air.
Feet kicking. Well, Sir York is like on my back as I'm like just walking
Well,
straight
I'll
down.
say that everybody dog piles onto the great ape, who is still stronger than you. Well, not physically stronger, but greater.
It's a large counting as huge.
No, it's not large. It's huge.
Yeah, great ape is huge.
Counting as
Yeah, you
excessive.
are huge. So, like, everybody holds onto Dorzen. You carry Jimmy and Prissa, just walking down.
Just like, come on, no fighting.
So, the fact that you are a great ape, you can climb down here very easily, Dorzen. Stretching down, and you do notice that the ground is incredibly slippery. If it was not for your slippers, you would have lost your grip a while ago, Conora. However, Dorzen, you're just using your massive muscles to move you down, as there is nothing to hold on to. It is perfectly smooth, and after walking for about 300 feet or so, your muscles are beginning to ache on your arms, Dorzen. And you, as the ape, notice that there is a sheer drop. You look down and you see the torch, though it is no longer lit as it is inside of a pile of liquid.
If the great ape can climb,
How
Alarn is
smart is a
gonna.
great ape?
The great ape is not climbing, it's flexing and using the force
okay.
of its muscles. You climb
Gotcha.
because kitty cat claws.
Yep.
How smart is a great ape?
About a 7.
Yeah, about a 7.
So can I gesture?
Yeah, you can make hand signs. I mean, apes are smart. A 7 is just like
I'm gonna try.
about as smart as a commoner.
I'm gonna try to BS light.
Ooh. Do a performance check as a great ape.
No. Wait. Okay. What are the ape stats for performance?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Because I can't go by my number. It's probably good.
You're literally a circus monkey at that point.
Canarop, can you get
If it's a -1, I can just roll my sheet.
I could always cast Speak with Animals, but I have kind of
It's a
limited
negative
resources.
2.
All right. So we'll -1 for my roll. So 11.
What is it, boy? Someone down the well? Oh. He casts light.
So now we can see.
Yeah. So down inside of the sheer drop, it turns out that the clear liquid fills about halfway up. It's only about 10 feet below you. But it being as still as it was and undisturbed, you could not tell that it was as thick or as high as it was, as there is a layer of a thicker, more viscous liquid kind of like congealing and moving side to side, shaking, that the torch is currently inside of.
Would no? Maybe.
That's a freaking cube, isn't it?
No, we're in a well. Circular.
So could I just like keep walking down, eventually just walking on the ceiling, holding Prissa and
Turn on
Jimmy?
your
Like
spider feet.
they are on,
Doot.
so they can get a better look.
Yep. Prissa's
you
holding
want-
her
you
hat.
want Jimmy to look?
Well, no, like I would have flipped them a bit so that they're like dangling down a bit, so they can look down.
If you flip them, they're like over top of this liquid.
Not touching, but they're right near enough
Yeah.
to probably Jimmy get a sample.
Yeah. I'm.
You pull out a vial.
I mean, I got every. Oh no! All my stuff's on Dorzen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta poke
I
it.
mean, I have a belt with shit on it.
You do have your Batman belt.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I always got my Tinker's tools. That's the only set that matters. Screwdriver. I'll like poke it in.
All right. Your screwdriver is now wet.
Can I give a?
That's weird.
Would you like to make a nature check, Jimmy?
Yeah. Let me lick the tip of it. 23.
That's still water.
Yeah, it's just water.
At least now we know it's water, not acid.
Yes, that is good to know. At least no danger of falling down.
I mean, if it was acid, I'd still be okay. I handle acid pretty good.
But what? Not submerged in it.
The great ape
Yeah,
Dorson just jumps down into the pool.
Alrighty. You jump into the pool. Give me an athletics check as the great ape. You're still exhausted.
Oh, I am exhausted. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's athletics.
Oh, wait, no, you were never exhausted. You had encumbrance. Never mind. Just normal athletics as a grade 8. So strength.
Okay.
Roll
so
strong.
roll my
They have a +9 to athletics.
I have a +8 to athletics, so we'll add one.
Yay. Okay.
19.
You get into the water and you start like paddling and swimming around, and you look around at this wide open area, and it stretches on for 100 feet in every direction, centered exactly where you landed through. You do notice further along this large pool of water, there is a litany of items throughout this entire area. Some of which, roll me a nature perception check, Dorzen, as the ape,
All right,
which is a +4.
+4. I'm just gonna roll a d20 and add 4.
There you go. 9.
9.
There is a litany of items in there. Some of which are dissolving.
Freaking called it.
Ouch, glow. Ouch emanates a light spell from his body. I'm gonna have him start crawling off towards one of the walls just to see how far back.
He just crawling across the area. When it looks further away in that cavern, it does see. Actually, roll a perception check with Al. Ouch.
Ouch doesn't perceive. I haven't ordered him to perceive, but
Okay.
it's up to you.
It walks.
I'm just watching the light and seeing if I can see a wall or something in the
The light
distance.
emanates bright enough that you see when Ouch hits the wall.
Okay. Come on back, buddy.
Is he LED or halogen?
Probably
Plasma.
halogen.
You're not going with plasma?
Nope. Guys, I don't see a door. Anybody see a door?
Would y'all like to roll perception checks?
Yes.
That's Jimmy's way of rolling perception, because
Ask everyone else to do it.
Yep.
23.
You have a +4?
Guidance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you just always guide yourself.
Yeah, if
What do you
it seems feasible.
What's the ape's perception?
+4.
Okay.
Consistent. Conoroth, you do not notice a door anywhere as you're kind of like walking along the ceiling. Alarin, you kind of still being on the back of Dorzen, who's now swimming around inside of the water. You do notice that there is a tunnel down beneath this water, underneath that slightly shaking, heavier liquid that sits upon the bottom.
There appears to be a tunnel further down in the liquid. But I would guess this would be equivalent of the stomach.
Likely.
I don't know a lot of stomachs that look like this on the inside. I've seen a few. But okay. We can keep swimming down.
Dorzen swims to the place Alarin pointed out.
Okay. You swim closer and closer until eventually your hand has to pass through that thicker liquid. Are you going to do so? As an 8?
Here, I'm polymorphed. I have extra hit points.
You do. Sticking your hand inside.
Do I lose my temporary hit points when I polymorphed?
Your temp hit points are on your form, not the polymorph form. But anyways, you move your hand through it. Give me a con save.
What is the Great Ape's constitution?
Jesus.
Great.
Pretty good. Just roll your d20. I'll tell you the modifier when the page loads. 4.
Alright, so it's a 20 plus 4.
And another 4 from Alarin.
Natural 20.
Hey, you move your hand into it and it starts searing against your skin and peeling back against it. You suffer 14 points of acid damage from reeking your hand through, and you kind of like withdraw it into the water, and now you feel the water is causing the wound to expand against you.
How far down is he in the water?
About 20 feet.
Would I see that and know what might have caused that?
Are you proficient in alchemy?
I am not proficient in alchemy.
You would not.
Actually, no, wait. I am. Alchemist supplies.
Alchemist too.
Yes. That is a caustic reaction. When you touch acid and you try washing it off with specific liquids, sometimes based on what the acid is, it can actually be more damaging. Things like that you do not use water to get rid of, apparently.
I would relay that.
We're in front of acid.
Now, you suffer an additional 8 points of acid damage while you're swimming there, Dorzen. The acid is still burning away at your skin.
So Dorzen's going to try to get through this acid as fast as possible.
All right, with Sir Yurik and Alarin? They're both holding you.
Monkey!
He monkey, he swim. All right, it's up to you, Alarin. If you relinquish your grip on him, you don't go in, but if you don't, you're going in.
From what Alarin saw, this was the only way through.
That's all you saw.
Looks like they're taking damage in their Canaroth.
Yeah.
Maybe we should hold back for just a second.
Yeah.
Can I instead just pull on the tuft of hair on the ape's head and just point up and shaking my head?
All right, Dorzen. I mean, Alarin friend. Alarin good.
Yeah,
It's up to you what you want to do, Dorzen.
There's some kind of acid down there, Jimmy.
I'm pointing towards the whole island, and I'm just like looking. I was like, what am I supposed to do?
You suffered another 12 points of acid damage.
But if that's the only way out of here, we might have to still go through it.
Indeed. However, it seems to be reacting with the water, making it worse.
Yeah, you all see like the boil sizzling across his skin now.
Can I try to put 5 lay on hands to stop it from sizzling?
All right. You put on the 5 lay on hands, and you heal for 5, Dorzen, but the acid is still eroding your skin.
Okay, so it didn't work with the remove thing.
Oh, were you
no.
trying to remove what?
It's only disease and poisons, but
It's not a
That's
disease
one of
or
those.
poison. It's acid.
Yeah.
Acid sucks.
Yeah. Well.
Could I try and think of what might counteract it?
Roll alchemist supplies using intelligence.
24.
Okay. Powder. You have some on you because you handle acid at times. It's one of the
Got a
components
lake's
inside
worth
of
of
it.
powder.
Well, no, you just rub the powder into the wound, and it causes the acid to sizzle into the powder and away from the skin, and then you wipe it off.
I do have something that could counteract it if we got through.
However, while you're down there, Dorzen, swimming, you suffer an additional 8 points of acid damage.
That's it. Dorson just keeps swimming. He's not waiting while he's burning.
Already.
All
Yeah.
Are you
okay.
letting go or holding on?
How far down does
20
this?
feet.
20 feet.
It's 20 and 20.
Okay. Can Alarn see past the acidy area?
It arches into that one hole that you saw.
Then right before Big Ape Dorson hits the acid, Alarn will misty step past.
We're already
it.
in the acid.
No,
we're in the water.
you're in the acid. He's a little bit behind you. You're in the water going into the acid. The thicker liquid is at the bottom. So you misty step 30 feet down into the hole.
Yeah.
All right, blink, and you immediately go sliding through an area. I need you to give me an acrobatics check. But Dorzen, you feel a little lighter as you start pulsing through. Sir Yurik needs to give me a con save. You need to give me another con save, please. Dorzen.
Oh,
It looks like, yeah, there's definitely something frying them down there. Where did Alarn go?
Well, we can get through there. I suggest you hold on, as he will give him a minute to prepare before he dives in there, knowing that he has something to counteract the acid that he's going to be suffering later.
Okay. Sir Yurik was also successful, as were you, Dorzen. You both move through the acid. You swimming and pulsing, and with your increased speed, luckily you're able to break into that tunnel almost immediately, where it's a bit of a cramped fit for you, and Sir Yurik has to like fall off of you. And as you're kind of like crawling through this tunnel, you hear Alarn, just sliding along the way.
I guess claws didn't help.
Not in this scenario. That's kind of you're trying to find any anchoring as you're sliding.
So
Yeah.
now,
That
what-
was bad roll.
It happens. It's the fun of the game, right?
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Once Prissa and Jimmy are ready, I'll tell them to grab onto like my back, and I'll start swimming down through it using my vastly fast movement speed to try and get through as quick as we can.
Your movement speed is higher than 40, right?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
So- Point of order, Roach activated his protection protocol again. We all have 12 temporary hit points.
Not all, just you 3.
Yeah.
They're gone. They're way too.
Yeah.
Well, you
I'm
gave
saying,
us
Party
gave us-
2, and
Yeah.
we're going in.
But you gave us 10 hit
Well,
points before the
Party 3, because
No, I didn't, because it wasn't activated. His protocol only lasts for an hour.
You guys are party number 2, as far as y'all know.
oh, so my temporary hit points are gone then.
No,
correct.
it doesn't.
He just said it lasts for an hour.
It
Oh,
goes
okay,
away
okay, I
after
gotcha.
the hour. Yeah.
Oh, the 10 hit points only last for an hour. Okay.
I suppose. All right, so Priss is going to make her con save. She failed.
So now the Great Ape.
Well,
That
yeah.
was for fighting against the acid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's
Take
taking
another one.
damage.
She's concentrating on polymorph. That's
Yeah.
why I
Yeah, that's
told
the
you.
second roll.
Yeah. No, yeah, we're getting there, guys. Don't police me. Just worry about you. Thank you. All right. So Conaroth, go ahead, make your con save. Jimmy, make your con save.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Ouch makes their con save.
I rolled a 2.
Jimmy and Ouch are perfectly fine. Or not perfectly fine, you're still suffering acid damage, but you can at least concentrate a little bit. As Conoroth reaches into it, not fully expecting the acid to be this fucking gnarly. You suffer 9 points of acid damage, Conoroth. The other two are only suffering 5 points of acid damage. She already made her saving throw. However, all of you are under the acid burn effect. So you are burning and eroding thanks to it. You push through, making it into the tunnel, and you slide for a short period of time before you hit Dorzen. There's going to be another round of damages. That'll be...
If we're doing another round, I'm doing another arcane field.
Cool. 16 on this one. Rolled really high on that. However, that negates 9 of it at least. So only 7 points, and it's still eroding through you.
I will use powder on myself and then try and...
Oh, you need to be sure-footed first. You're sliding down a tunnel.
I mean, technically they're stuck on Dorzen's fat butt, so they're only moving as far as...
and you have slippery shoes, yeah. You could stop and do it for all of y'all, if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that before they start eroding more, especially knowing how squishy Prissa is.
Don't worry about Monkey. It'll go away.
It takes you 1 action to apply it to each person. So who are you starting with?
Prissa, myself, and Jimmy.
Okay. Prissa first. She's now good and solidified. Next round of damage, and this is going to be everybody's damage, by the way. That is going to be 9 points of damage.
9.
For those of you that were successful... No, wait. It's only on the initial damage that matters. You move through it. Your body is coated in it. So 9 points of damage. You said you were second, right?
Yes.
Okay. You apply it to yourself. And then the third round of damage is going to be 7. So Jimmy, you suffer 7. And now the 3 of you are good. However, the other 3 are still suffering this damage the whole time as you're moving through here. Alarin, you've been sliding for about 10-15 seconds, and eventually you just slide and crash into a very hefty object, and it just winds you.
Rough landing, but fun trip.
Yeah, and then I'll run down using the slippers action movement to try and get
You're
to them.
not getting past this monkey butt.
Yeah, you're staring at 2 giant red butt cheeks.
Well,
with Sir Yurik holding on the back.
It's gonna take a while.
Sir Yurik looks and goes, "This really hurts." Jimmy, do you?
I'll fix Yurik, and then
you apply it to him.
Yeah, and then
they should all be close enough at this point. The field is just applying to
them, except Ilarin, who's just flowing.
Yeah. Luckily, Ilarin didn't get acid, so
yeah,
it's not.
You do take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, though, Alarin, as you just slam your back against it. You are, for all impacts and for all purposes, winded. You are like, your back just got slammed heavily into something heavy.
Rissa, you might want to drop the polymorph.
Are you sure? Okay, Dorzen, hold on. And you're no longer affected by the acid. It was on the polymorphed form.
And we all just start flying.
I need acrobatics from everybody.
Lauren hears screaming and moves out the way.
I need acrobatics from Dorzen and Sir Yurik.
Do I get advantage because of my horseshoes?
No, you're just sliding. It's a super slide.
And then we're just running after them like, this is fine.
Is he within 30 feet?
Yes.
Zero.
The
All
initial.
Right, give it to him.
Whoops.
Give it to him.
Okay. Oh man.
I don't want your falling on his
Hey. Dorzen, you failed though.
Wow. I'm carrying everyone's shit.
Yeah, you are. And so, oh no, you just fall and slide with everybody's everything jingling and dangling. All of the bags of riches are falling and littering everywhere. Alarin, you hear the sound of like a blender full of forks coming down.
I'm getting out of the way. All
right, so you stand up quickly and you start moving, and as you move through, you kind of start crunching on top of very heavy, uneven ground as you were moving through. And you look beneath you, and you are filled to the brim with bones, partially eroded, but all over the place are bones, hundreds of thousands of them everywhere. As you are moving out of the way, Dorson, unfortunately, you failed. That is going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you roll down and then all of the riches down on top of you.
I'm okay.
Alarin and Dorson, you are both considered winded right now. You're just really, oh fuck, that hurt.
Yeah.
However, Sir Yurik is like navigating, sliding side by side, and just lands into the pile. That was kind of fun.
Once we get down there, we'll fix Alarn so he's not burning alive from acid.
I'm not.
Yeah, you get down there and Alarn's fine. He never touched the acid. Misty Steps, bullshit.
Clever.
Yeah, I did not want to singe my fur.
That's a very interesting substance you got there.
If Jimmy's asking about like the powder, I'll give him a sample of that.
Jimmy, you do have some of it in your alchemist supplies as well.
Yep. Yeah, I've used this before. I never had to coat myself in it, but it's useful.
And I'll help pull our centaur friend out of the riches that he.
It's
You
literally
I'm
everyone's
sorry.
equipment.
Prissa gets her bag and puts it on, and Sir Yurik like shuffles through, takes his, and
I
hands
think that
everybody
one's
else theirs. Yep.
I take mine. Like most of this is yours to blame.
Doors, and you can finally breathe again. Now,
Ugh.
after you take that moment, you kind of catch your breath and look around, and you are in a sea of bones everywhere, all encompassing.
What was the thing Alarn hit?
You look up, and it appears to be a large pillar. Atop this large pillar is a gray, smoothed, perfectly shaped stone that has a slight pulsation coming off of it.
Grim psychometry.
Okay.
Roll high, boy.
Is this evil?
Roll
Give me a
high.
straight history check.
It's not evil. Okay. 16.
There is a darker past surrounding this object, so roll again. The wording on this ability is kind of funky, so it's... Because this is not evil. 16 will gleam that, but 19 is a little better. This is not evil. This is a seed. A seed of a very old creature that's probably dormant right now. The one that you are inside of. The seed itself seems to emanate with a specific slight vibration about it, and it gives off a force of nature. You feel this thing is old, powerful, and frightening, but it does not have the same feel as something desecrated or evil would.
I will relay that to the group. Like, it's definitely old. Probably
Now that
this
we know
creature.
Now that we know that this effectively structure is a thing, have I ever been told anything remotely close to this?
You have not.
Yeah,
Actually-
you had asked.
Which section of the library did you read from, Dorzen?
I from the oldest, I had Primordial and Sylvan.
Rolled me history check. Did anybody else read from that section of the library?
Technically, Prissa read all of it.
Yeah.
I read the celestial part.
Which was part 2, I believe.
19.
Dorzen, you understand the markings upon this smooth stone pillar, though they are very hard to see. You look more closely upon it, and this appears to be primordial. Not the language, the item.
Okay.
You are looking at a seed of a primordial.
Okay.
Another one.
That's... Holy crap. That is a primordial.
What do you mean?
You remember that thing with the dwarves in the forge? Like that, almost. But asleep.
Well,
How big is that thing?
It's only about 20 feet to the ceiling, down to the base where you are.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, but like judging the size of the seed.
About 20 feet. Floor to ceiling.
Things. Okay.
Yeah, you see the part of it that looks the most predominant, that's the top of it, but it is like stretching down towards the ground and emanating out, growing over the scape, being littered with the bones of people who have traversed into this area.
Well, Jimmy, if it was ever time to identify something, this would be it.
I mean, I think Dorzen's done that for us, if that is what he says it is. But why did they send us down here? I'm still a little confused.
No one's... I think showing like all the bones, I think we found everyone who ever went in here.
So they just sent us here to die? That was the whole thing? We should have just then taken the kiss of the Changebringer and... So we were tricked?
No, I do not believe so. But we survived. Safe to assume others would have as well. But the question is this the seed that is making the whispers that Dore heard?
Aye, it is the seed. You hear a voice coming from the other side of this pillar.
Damn it.
Your passive didn't catch him, Dorzen.
Really?
Oh.
That's saying something.
You watch as a very large, very brightly green-skinned half-orc walks out. Stepping through the area, he does look similar, but very different from the one you met upstairs. He has a thick dragon hide vest over top of a bare chest full of scars, markings, and a perfectly ripped body, with the cut-off sleeves and hulking muscles to produce as well. He holds on his shoulder an axe that is carved out of bones themselves up to a mostly pointed heading, and just smiles. Well, it's good to see you again, Dorzen. Been a while. This is probably where we're ending tonight's session.
Okay, can I make a history to figure out who this asshole
Next
is?
session, sure. But anyways, everybody, thank you for hanging out with us this entire time. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Oh, I love dungeons. Aren't dungeons fun?
Two primordials, not two cities apart from each other.
This is our first dungeon since the end of the other campaign, so I'm glad to be back in it.
Hey, I'm happy somebody's enjoying the
Yeah.
fuckery at hand.
I'm liking a good dungeon as well.
All right. Well,
I like a good dungeon. It's just what the fuck.
Yeah, that's what makes a good dungeon. What the fuck?
I'm sorry. It's not a dungeon. It's a stomach or
It's a bowels. You're in the bowels of the creature. But yeah, we'll be back next week, everybody. Thank you very much.